Hello. How's everyone doing? I hope you're well. Had an amazing weekend. And Jack, how are you doing? I hope you're doing good today. We are back on Final Fantasy XIV. I did say we were going to leave it until next week, but I am kind of eager to get to the... I just saw a bot disappear behind me on my game screen. It's fine. I'm getting distracted. No, I'm very excited because we're going to get towards the end of the main MSQ before the post-game quests for A Realm Reborn. That is the aim for today. However, I am aware of how many quests there are to do and how long some of them towards the end up being. So I have a plan. Basically, I want to try and get it all done in one stream. If it's going to end up being a slightly longer stream than usual, that's fine. But I am aware of the fact that it may end up being a bit longer than I should probably go in one go, for the sake of my voice and things like that, and needing to get dinner. So, depending on where we are around the 3-hour mark, I'll either go that bit longer, or I'll take a break, go and have dinner, and then come back at 7 and do an extra stream to do the last bit of it. So we'll see where we're up to, and we'll gauge the situation, because even with the last 3 kind of duty dungeon things, there's quite a lot of cutscenes in those that you can't skip, and obviously we don't want to anyway because we want the story, right? So even them on their own, I think could easily take up a bulk of a stream, which is why I'm putting the feelers out about doing 2 streams today, but we'll see how we're doing for timing. But that's the most likely scenario. So most likely we'll be here for roughly 3 hours until around 5 PM BST. I'll go and rest my voice, have some dinner, have a little break for a couple of hours, and then come back at 7 PM BST to finish it all off. And then that'll probably be another 3 hours or so, which means there's a lot of tofu to deal with today. But I feel like if I just did it up to the 3 hours and left it there, it's probably going to leave it at a weird point of the story and it's going to bug me. So that's the intention. We shall see what happens.
TofuuRabbit.
There it is. Hey there, Hyper. Thank you for resubscribing. Thank you for the 27 months. I hope you're doing good today. And Jack, I'm doing well. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. My throat's a bit funny today, I have to be honest, which is why I'm even more aware of the fact that I may need to take that break and just do 2 separate streams. My throat's just been really weird. I think it's the changing weather. It's been quite cold these past few days, and it's definitely been impacting my voice, my throat and my nose a little bit, but I don't feel sick. I think it's just a change in the air. So I'm going to try and keep it in check so I don't damage my throat, because I have done that before and I don't want to do it again. So we shall see what happens. But in the meantime, last time we did this, which obviously was over on Thursday, we finished Garuda. So we fought Garuda, defeated Garuda, had our first sight of the Ultima weapon, which is a big weapon that Gaius is using. So that's the first glimpse we've had at that, and we do fight that later for those who don't know. That's kind of like the big ending fight. So one of the big ending fights anyway. So that's waiting for us. So we're aware that they're eating primals basically to gain all of the powers of the primals. And we just watched them eat a bunch of them and kill a bunch of them. And then from there, I think that's all we did. That's all we got up to last time, didn't we? Obviously, it was a few quests. We did collect the crystals, etc., so we could fight Garuda. And that was a good point to wrap up, because it was like the duty for that kind of list of quests. But from here on out, I half imagine that things are going to start kicking off, because this is kind of like now the last chunk of quests before the end of the base game of Realm Reborn. So I imagine there's going to be a lot going on, a lot to read, a lot to kind of wrap our heads around, and I'm looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to seeing how silly our Lala looks during the entire thing, because I've not done any more stories since last time, though I have started another class just for me in my own time, because I wanted to re-experience the story for that class, but it's not a high enough level to continue the story with yet, so we're still using our paladin, because my paladin was getting over leveled anyway, so I was like, I may as well just start doing another class. Yeah, is there anything else I need to say? I don't think so. That bot is really distracting me. I wonder if I can catch them when we change the screen. That's another thing I need to talk about. Bots on this server in particular, right? Obviously, we found a bot before on this server on one of the streams we did. Out in the desert, we kept on seeing it pop in and out of the ground. But even yesterday when I was running around, the amount of enemies I saw being aggroed and there was no one there. I don't know if it's just a bigger problem on this server or this data center, or if I'm just noticing it more because there's less people around. I don't know what it is, But yesterday especially, there were so many bots, or what I'm assuming were bots. And this one Lala behind me, because I've got my game on the other screen, keeps on appearing and then sinking into the ground, and then appearing and sinking into the ground. I don't know why. But I know you get the buff on this server because it's a underpopulated server. So data center, I guess. So I wonder if that's why there's more bots here. Because they get the kind of, he sunk into the ground again. Because you get the experience boost. I wonder if that's something to do with it. I have no idea. But hey there, Cry, how are you doing? Honestly, it looks like a ghost. We're going to go on over and see if we can catch this guy. I'm going to go to the other screen. Give me just a second. And music, thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciated. I hope you're doing good today. Right, let me pop on over. So, right here, this Lala keeps on appearing and then sinking into the ground. It's happened several times while I've been talking, and he's not going to do it again now. I know he's not. But it kept on happening, and I kept on just seeing it in the corner of my eye, and it was really distracting me. Oh, you better do it again. You better do it again, I swear. Because everyone's going to think I'm crazy. How are you doing, by the way, Cry? Did I ask how you're doing? I hope you're doing good. I've already started drinking my energy drink, so I'm already a bit hyperactive. But there's still a whole can to go through, so we are going to end up a bit off kilter, I'm sure. I'm going to give him an extra minute. And then if he doesn't show up, you're just going to have to believe me. But he kept on doing it. Ooh, you better show up again. You better show up again. You're just peachy. I'm glad to hear it. I'm all right, thank you. I'm well. Come on. Come on, little bot. Come on, little bot. Because it's so funny, because I feel like I've never noticed bots before, though I totally know they're a thing. But now I just keep on finding them, but only when I'm on this character. I don't seem to see them very much on my main at all. So that's why I'm curious about, is it just there's more of them on this particular data center or what? I don't know. Oh, you're clearing out your inventory. Oh my god, Cry. On my main, right? My inventory is appalling. Absolutely dreadful. Both of my retainers are full. My inventory's full. My saddlebag is full. I need to clear like everything out. I have been going to the Dome and Enclave and just giving stuff to the Dome and Enclave in situations. Especially with old armor that I don't need anymore. So obviously that levels that up, and also I get some gil back for it. So I have been doing that on occasion, but it hasn't stopped it from getting too full up. So I'm waiting to finish my last couple of classes, because I've still got to finish my Dark Knight and my Paladin, and my Alchemist and my Goldsmith. They're the last classes, except for Blue Mage, that I need to get to max level, and then I just need to get everything out of my inventory. People have joked about me doing an inventory cleaning stream, and if you guys want me to do it, I will do it, but it might be quite boring to watch. Though, it could be quite good to have discussions with, right? Just chat about anything while I do it in the background. That is always an option. And this Lala's not coming back, are they? God damn it. God damn it. But no, I need to sort out my inventory so badly. I'm so convinced I'm going to look away and he's going to come back. I'm going to take a sip of my drink and then we will start this next quest. Give me just a moment. Okie dokies, let's get into it. Do I need any gear at the moment? No, because I did do some Paladin quests yesterday. That's another thing I did. I did some of the leftover Paladin quests I had from the recent level ups. So I've been keeping all of the MSQ stuff on stream, but side bits I've kind of kept mostly off stream, just because it stops me getting too distracted when I come and stream stuff. So my gear is pretty up to date, I think, at the moment, and should probably see me throughout the rest of what we're doing. I could probably use some better jewellery, so if any earrings or anything come up, I may give those a look, but I think my actual armour set is fine. I could use an upgrade to my weapon, but I think we get a weapon coffer soon, so that's fine. Yeah, I think we're doing alright for gear. Okie dokies, in we go. It's past time we return to the Waking Sands. To leave our headquarters in disrepair any longer would be a dishonour to the memory of those who fell there. We have been brought to our knees, but we will rest, rebuild, and rise once more. Okay, we're going to the Waking Sands. I did wonder when we'd go back there. Oh, and I did pick up the Fantasia we spoke about last stream, so I've got that now. I think I still need to pick it up on my main, but I do have a nice little pile of them over there now, because I've been picking them up every patch. But I don't know if I have the most recent patch. I need to remember to check that out. But we do need to tidy this all up. Pray return to the waking sands. Absolutely. I wonder if it's still a mess in there. Because I was trying to go in there to do some G-pose stuff, but you can't summon your chocobo and stuff in there. So I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do, which was a bit of a shame. But it is what it is. Because I want to G-pose my little Lala getting uppies from Uriange, right? I want to do it because I've been practicing with my G-pose stuff and I've been getting better. But it's a bit harder to do in here because it gets rid of your like minion and stuff as well. But I'll figure it out. I can just find somewhere that looks familiar. It's fine. Right, okay. Tell me, Colette, does all here strike you as odd? I see signs of recent habitation. Could it be we have trespassers? Mayhap it's just my imagination. Come, let us proceed to the solar. Or solar, even. Right, I'll just take the money. Give me the money. Who's here? Who's about? Who's sneaking around? Wait. Oh. What are you waiting for? What? Oh! Hello! Who goes there? Hey there, Ida. Now, Ida, is that any way to greet a friend? Alphino, Colette, and strange man whom I don't know. No, we know them. Sid? Wait, is this a dream? Not that I'm aware of. It's been a while, Ida. Oh, she must be so stressed out with everything. Bless her. I don't believe it. I was sure you'd been... Hey there, Goose. I'm doing all right. How are you doing? Hope you're well. This place has seen better days. You know, I wasn't actually here when... I was still in talks with the Adder's Nest. The first I knew about it was when I came back, and I saw... You're doing good. I'm glad to hear it. Ida. Yeah, imagine coming back after you've off done some tasks. So you've gone off, you've done some tasks, and you come back and everyone's just dead. Right? Imagine that. Imagine how, like, heart-wrenching that must be. And the church had taken care of the bodies, but that still left the stains. It was hard to know where to start, if Y'shtola hadn't been there to help me. Y'shtola's here too? Yes, but she's not here right now. She's gone to Oldar to meet a man who might know what happened to the others. Papalimo and Menfilia weren't among the dead, according to the church. Y'shtola thinks they were taken somewhere. Yeah, of course, Papalimo was taken as well, weren't they? So, Uriange, Papalimo, Menfilia. Was anyone else taken? Oh, see, a lot of people were killed, including the cabbage. Thancred had already gone missing, but we know the situation with Thancred. At least we know it, the game hasn't told us it, but you know. Who else was taken? I can't remember. Uriange probably just turned. Oh yeah, he's always sneaking around up to something, isn't he? He's always lurking about in the darkness, doing things he shouldn't be doing. Oh, he's such an idiot, that man. He convinces himself it's the right way to go about things, when in reality it's like, no, Uriange, calm down. Calm down, just tell people what's going on, you secretive little blighter, I swear. If he just told some people what the situation was, it would save so many problems. But nope, he has to be high and mighty, this selfless little sod, and go off on his own. I have feelings about this man, I swear to God. It's like Remy not telling Hunter X about her patterns, I swear. Just be more honest, be more upfront. They're meant to be your friends. Talk to your friends. Hey there, Lee, how you doing? The amount of drama that could be averted if you just spoke to people, like honestly. And it happens repeatedly. Because it happens with this situation in like the Warriors of Darkness, and then it happens again in Shadowbringers. Like an adult, exactly. He acts so mature, but he can be so childish. Like, geez. Upon the orders of the Black Wolf, no doubt. Why would he want them? Because they possess something he desires, knowledge of another power that can be brought to bear against the primals, one that Gaius is yet to harness. Doing okay, been playing a lot of... Oh, of course, are you enjoying it? I know a lot of people have been playing it, right? The Echo. Uriange doesn't have the Echo. Does Papalimo have the Echo? I know Menfilio does. Menfilia has the Echo. Don't think Papalimo does. But I guess they know about it, don't they? They have knowledge about it. And Urianger is just a library in a brain, so he would have knowledge about it. And Gaius would be aware of its existence, as well as the immunity it grants the gifted to the Primal's influence. Powerful though his Allagan weapon may be, he would doubtless desire such protection. He means to use Minfilia to gain understanding of the Echo, none of which explains how the Empire came to know of the location of the Waking Sands in the first place. Thancred! Thancred! It's turning into a little soap opera, this, isn't it? It is fun, been loving the Mario Kart gameplay without the Mario Kart. I'm glad to hear it. I was debating whether to pick it up. I don't know. I haven't decided. Only Minfilia has the Echo. I thought it was that. Thank you. Because while I have done all this before, a lot of details have kind of been lost to time for me. No matter. The Empire has shown its hand, and now we must act. It's up to us to rebuild the Scions and save Eorzea. Can I count on you, Ida? What? Oh, yes, yes, of course. Whatever you need. We can discuss our next move upon Ystola's return. For now, I say we rest. Nap time! I didn't get to have a nap today, so I wouldn't mind one. Oh, we are napping! Oh, perfect! Perfect. No, that's not Thancred. That is his evil twin brother, Bad Cred. Oh my god. Yeah, not to be confused with Dad Cred. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hear,
oh,
feel, think.
It's Dad Cred and Papa Urianger. Or would Urianger be more like an uncle? I'm not too sure, but they are just the two dads, aren't they? The two dads. And that is my underwear. Please, of all the angles, come on. You think he's the creepy uncle? Oh, I don't know about creepy. Until he dons the dress. Well, at that point, he's the dad, right? Because doesn't he meet Reen after the dress? Then he's okay. To be fair, not hiding his face is a bit less creepy. Urianger's the mum, true. True.
Brave gatherer of the crystals, thy soul burneth bright.
Between the two of them, I think Urianger would definitely fill the mum role a little bit more, wouldn't he? I could understand that. Hi, Heiglin. Big old rock.
Now, for the darkness doth begin to spread. Wear thee the bearer of the crimson brand, for he is the avatar of shadow, whom death attendeth always. The crystals shall be thy salvation.
Oh, the Jolly Ranchers. Okay. I did collect all of the flavours of Jolly Rancher, so we're safe. We're going to be okay. That's all we need.
Steel thyself, for at the appointed hour thou shalt stare into the heart of darkness.
They keep on showing my undies.
Go with caution.
I know it's like kind of meant as a top rather than a full dress, but it looks very cute like that. And now they keep on exposing my butt to the world, and I'm like, look, I wasn't aware I was going to be floated up in the air. This is unfair. Oh, Ystola's back. Ystola! Colette, I see you and Alphino are safe. And Sid? More pantsu. Not my little baby butt though. My little la-la baby butt pantsu. That we five should meet each other thus defies simple explanation. It is as if the benevolent hand of Master Louisoix guides us still. He would not see us undone so easily, not now when the need is so great. Thancred takes you to the meets and gets hyper-infused about whatever sport you're into. Urianger's already knitted you 14 pairs of socks, a sweater, made dinner, and absolutely made you some cookies as well. That is totally the dynamic. Absolutely. I know when Minfilia and the others are being held. Where? An Imperial stronghold in the heart of Mordona. Castrum Sentry. So we've got to raid a stronghold. Okay. Yep, I can get some more coins. The rescue of our allies will be no small undertaking, Colette. Even under normal circumstances, breaching the defences of an Imperial castrum would be a highly dangerous proposition. But now that Castrum Sentry houses prisoners whom the Garleans deem valuable, we may be confident that they have taken additional measures to ensure the stronghold's security. If we are to free our friends, we will require an effective strategy, and if we are to formulate an effective strategy, we will require intelligence. I believe I know a man who may be able to assist us in this. Lord Portalane of House Durandare. He is stationed at the Observatorium in Coerthas. Let us go to him and beseech his aid. Banquet is also the dad who thinks he has game as he hits on everything that was a bowls. I feel like he kind of calmed down on that a little bit, didn't he, into like Shadowbringers. Though there is that moment, isn't there? I think after the knight comes back, and if you talk to Thancred in the Ocular, he has a bit of dialogue where he says about how he was there at the bar, but then Urianger approached him and started listing off all of his past conquests, to the point that it put him right off his drinking and he had water instead and then went to bed. Which is hilarious to me. Such a funny mental image. Also the fact that Urianger knows all of this. Like, why has he collected that as information worth knowing? I have no idea, right? Is he really that jealous of a man? Honestly? It's so funny though. I do love their dynamic. I do love how their kind of like friendship has grown. Are you the one from... Did you just see them disappear? That was the same Lala that was at the freaking place. I'm sure that was the same Lala. Wait. You saw them, didn't you? You saw them vanish. Oh, I can't fly. God damn it. Oh, wait. Oh, Siobhan! Yay! Hi, friend. Hello. Okay, off I go. You gotta know about your husband's conquests. I mean, it seems to be a very long list. A very long list. They have such a funny dynamic, those two. It's so purposeful as well. Like, Square knows what they're doing. They stopped giving us crumbs and just gave us the whole loaf of bread. Just like, have at it. We know what you want. And everyone's just like so overexcited about it, including myself. So funny. I feel like with those two now, they just can't really be apart. It's like weird. They're just like a package deal at this point, aren't they? Like throughout Dawntrap, it was always the pair of them together. You never saw them apart. Right, I need to find our man. Where is he? Where is our man? Oh, was he in this building? Is he in this building? Aha! Oh, it's you, the toilet man. Portaloo. Yeah, okay, it's Mr. Portaloo. Colette, the woman who unmasked the heretic in our midst. To which do I owe the pleasure of your company? Give me a second, I just need to clear my throat, so I'm just going to mute my microphone. That's better. I had to do a big old cough, and I didn't want to do that into people's ears. Okay. You're an associate of your Stola. But of course, Lord Drillamont confided to me that you were a scion of the Seventh Dawn. Give me the money. Give me the money. Castrum Sentry. What interest have you all in the Imperials? I messed that one up. They hold several of our number, whom we intend to free. Any information you can provide would be greatly appreciated. I see. That might explain our scouts' reports. They observed 4 prisoners being led into the castrum, a Hyran woman, an Elizan man, and 2 Lelathels, 1 male and 1 female. Of course, Tataru! Tataru's with them, aren't they? So it's Menphilia, Urianger, Tataru, and Papalimo. That's who it was. It's them, it has to be. Menphilia, Urianger, Papalimo, and Tataru. If that I can't talk. If that scant morsel is of use to you, you may also be interested to hear about a more recent incident. Incident? An Imperial airship made an emergency landing here in Coerthas not long ago. Two men believed to be prisoners, a Rogadin and a Lalafell, Biggs and Wedge, were seen fleeing the craft. What did you say? A Rogadin and a Lalafell, Master Garland. Neither wore Imperial dress and both seemed disinclined to wait for rescue, hence our assumption that they were prisoners. Well, I'll be damned, it's Biggs and Wedge. Trust those two rascals to escape. We must find them, Colette, and soon. The Imperials will not rest until they are captured or killed, and if Biggs were given the choice, I fear he'd take the latter. Freeing those held in Castrum Sanctuary will require substantial planning and preparation. As such, it is an endeavour that will admit some slight delay. The matter of the escapees, by contrast, will not. Shortly after the prisoners vacated the airship, our scouts observed Imperial troops setting off in pursuit. It's likely only a matter of time before they catch them. If you wish to see your comrades again, you best act now. I'm going to change my earphone to my other ear. Give me a second. That's better. If, as has been suggested, the Garleans took our fellow Scions prisoner in hopes of understanding the Echo, it seems reasonable to assume that they will not be executed until such a time the study is complete. But Biggs and Wedge are not Scions, nor do they know aught of the Echo. As Lord Portelaine said, this may prove our only chance to rescue them. I say we seize it. Thank you, everyone. You won't regret this. Now we just need to get Reen and Gaia to the source. Yeah, so they can be a happy family. Absolutely. Right. Oh, I forgot about this guy in the back. This guy. Forgot about you and your stupid arm things. Okay. I also forgot about how sassy Nero's walk is. Nero has a very sassy walk. Dun, 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 dun. Final preparations are almost complete, my lord. There stands the culmination of 5 long years of painstaking work, but all our efforts will be vindicated when the Emperor's vision becomes reality. At last, we have the power to purge this land of its false gods. We shall give the ignorant children of Eorzea the security and stability they so desperately crave, and which their spineless leaders have so palpably failed to provide. I need to do a couple of trains today. I'm so far behind on your mathematics stones. Is that the new crafting stuff for the relics? Because I've not touched any of that, like, at all. Someone needs to adopt poor Nero and give the man a proper father figure. Oh, true. He has such a superiority problem, doesn't he? As you say, my lord, rest assured our engineers will not rest until the weapon is fully armed and operational. Okay. Oh god, how do I read that name? Oh, it's the newest poetics. I've not done any of that either. I'm so far behind on the Arcadion raids and stuff, so I've not done any of that stuff. I need to do it. I need to do it. But as you can see, I've been thoroughly distracted by all of this. Now I need to get caught up. I'm up to date on the actual story, but not the side bits so much. Oh god, how do I pronounce this? Rittertin? Yes, Rittertin. Are you to part for Castrum Obsidians at midnight? You will command the western front of Vilbrand. The Eorzeans will attempt to interfere with our plans. You will see that they do not. My lord, if this be your will, I shall carry it out to the best of my ability. I live only to serve the Empire. Yet, forgive my impudence, but is it proper to give command of half our forces to I've given you nothing, Praefectus. You have earned it. That'll be all. Dismissed. Yes, my lord. Ew! My quarters, 1 hour. Oh ha ha! What's this rendezvous about? It's just planning. It's just planning and strategy. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to be concerned about. Okay. My purpose here is to reconnoitre Garlean activity along Alabathia's spine. Owing to this, I have the honour of being acquainted with your Stola. Now the report of the Imperial airship's emergency landing came to us by the way of Desmel Darkhold, situated to the west. Our man stationed at the entrance, a knight named Brisselt, may be able to tell you more. So as to expedite your mission, I shall furnish you with a letter of introduction. I pray that you will soon be reunited with your comrades. May the Fury grant you strength. Thank you. Right. Have you seen a Rogadin man in a Lullafell? Probably wearing not enough clothes for this sort of weather, but also neither am I, so I shouldn't really judge. My little knees are getting quite cold in the snow. But I don't have a warmer glam, so it's gonna have to do. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry. We've spoken to you before, haven't we? Maybe we've not. I'm not sure. With the masks on, they all kind of look the same, very similar. You stand before Desmel Darkhold, the subterranean fortress excavated by the Great Ishgardian house of the same name. None but authorised personnel may enter. Fuka, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. I hope you're well and doing good today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have a letter. A letter from Lord Portalane. So you've come about the Imperial airship. According to our scouts, the vessel has scarce touched the ground when a pair of men, captives by all accounts, burst forth and bolted. Imperial soldiers have since been sighted in the area, seeking to recapture them. They definitely could throw them like a football, just full on just yeet them, right? What? The captives are like to be your friends, you say? Then let us pray that they have yet to step ahead of our they are yet a step ahead of our pursuers. The emergency oh my god, I'm so tongue-tied. The emergency landing reportedly took place near the Aurum Vale, situated south and west of here. I suggest you take your search there. Seek out a knight named Perimons. He should be able to assist you. Okay, so we now need to go all the way down there. All the way down there. Let me check something actually while I auto-run. So we're doing Eyes of the Empire at the moment, aren't we? Okay, cool. I was just curious about something. It's all good. I'm running into a wall. Let's actually control where I'm going, shall we? That might help. Right, so we need to go this way. Because I can totally read maps. So where's the Aurum Vale's here? If it's the same Aurum Vale. Is it the same Aurum Vale? Because it's quite green in there, isn't it? So it's weird that it's here. Okay, it's fine. At the Imperial airship. I saw it approach to land with my own 2 eyes. I hastened to the landing site, arriving just in time to see the vessel take to the skies again, though not before it had deployed a detachment of troops. Gruff orders were being barked, and there was an air of consternation about them. Now, I know Coathus was green before the calamity. I guess that Aurum Vale, the duty is like under shelter? Like it's not open to the elements, is it? So I guess that would explain why it's still green inside of there. It's one of those situations where I know the dungeon, but I've obviously forgotten the context around it. So it just seems weird that it's here. Makes sense to you? That's fair enough. I mean, like I say, it's probably because it is covered up, right? So the snow's not got in there. And so it's kind of made its own little ecosystem in there, I guess, right? Which makes sense, totally makes sense. Just wasn't expecting it. There are prisoners aboard the airship, it seems, and they seized the opportunity to flee when the vessel was forced to land. The Garleans who were deployed formed search parties and proceeded to scour the wilderness. In order to alert our forces, I returned to my post. to find evidence that someone had been here in my absence. Whoever they were, they tried the door to no avail and decided to go elsewhere. In all, I marked 2 sets of footprints, one large and one small. If you search the area, mayhap you'll be able to follow the prints towards their owners. Okay! We can do just that. Look at them dinky footprints. Wait, are they the same size as my feet? Oh, they look very similar to my feet. They're little Lala feet, they are. Take a sip of my drink while we're surveying. Okay. Oh, over there. I may as well just pop a sprint, huh? Let me pop a sprint. Do 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 do. We haven't seen any Rogadin footprints though, have we? Just little ones. So where's Biggs? Because this must be leading to Wedge. I guess Wedge will let us know, right? Or we can hope. We can hope that Wedge would let us know. Because these are still little footprints. Hello? Hello? And then... oh, there they are. There they are. Such a slow little bar. Such a slow bar. Okay. Got so many footprints. Where have you gone, Wedge? I swear. Though to be fair, they couldn't have been here that long ago if you could still clearly see the footprints because it's actively snowing. So you would have thought they would have been covered up by now. So we must be hot on their tail. Oh, I can see the thing sticking out from the bridge. Are you under here? Why are you under here? I guess it's a hiding place, isn't it? Poke poke. Hey Wedge. I want to go home. Hi there. Please don't eat me. I'm not nearly as succulent as I look. It's all skin and bones underneath, I swear. Colette, it's you. Thank goodness you're here. It's been awful. The Garleans were snapping at our heels like a hungry pack of wolves. I was so hell-bent on evading them, I almost ran headlong into a monster's gaping maw. Thrice. And when I finally found cover, it hit me how cold and hungry I was. Biggs, he isn't here. He went off in a different direction to lure our pursuers away. It's me, Sid. Have you had any success? Tracked down Wedge? That's wonderful news. And what of Biggs? I see. Well, it hardly surprises me that the big fellow went off as he did. For all the tongue lashings he gives Wedge, he's always taken care of him. I've scoured the area surrounding the Dark Hold, and have nothing to show for it. At any rate, we should know for a fact that Biggs headed west. With both Ida and Yustola helping out, I'm sure he'll turn up soon. Now then, I'll make my way over to your position while keeping an eye out for Biggs. If memory serves, there should be an Ishgardian fortification not far to your west. Monument Tower, I believe it's called. Let us meet there. Dare I hope? Was that Master Garland you spoke with? After 5 long years, thank goodness he's alive. I'm feeling better now, Colette. Let's go to the Monument Tower and wait for the chief to arrive. You something to eat as well, huh? So we're going to mount up and then head in this direction. Do, 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 do. Hopefully Biggs isn't in too much trouble. He does seem the sort to kind of run headstrong into things. Which isn't always a bad thing, but when it's a bunch of guys who kind of want to kill you, not as good. Not as good of an idea. Right, where's this tower? Oh, this must be the one. This must be the one. Right, where is he? Is he inside? Oh, perfect. Well, you're not who I was looking for, but... You shall do. Hello there. Is it Abelie? Abelie? Maybe Abelie. Well met and welcome, adventurer. What brings you to this frozen corner of the realm? Oh, it would seem your companion has caught a chill. Come and warm yourself by the fire, and I'll bring you hot broth. Some soup. I wouldn't mind some soup at the moment. How are you feeling now, then? Stay here as long as you need. A chicken noodle soup with like some crispy bread? Like some tiger bread. That sounds really nice. The same goes for you, friend. 'Tis plain you've had a hard journey ahead of you. You must find rest when you can. And now we wait for Sid. Bam, da, bam, bam. Right. Can I do this while sitting down? Can we sit together and have a talk? Here we go. And then can I click on you? Ah. I was hoping to be able to sit and do it. It's fine. I'm fine now, thanks to you. But I can't bear to think of Biggs is I can't bear to think that Biggs is still all alone in the cold, with Guardians on his heels. He lured the enemy away for my sake, and he's suffering for it. I hate to have to rely on you again, Colette, but do you think you could search for Biggs? I haven't the slightest notion where he might be at the moment, but maybe, just maybe, the people here have seen something. True, I feel like a big old green Rogadin man would kind of stick out like a sore thumb, right? A Rogadin gentleman dressed in the same manner as your companion. I'm sorry, but he did not come by here. Let me think for a moment. I would not raise your hopes unduly, but there is a cave situated a short distance to the south. We call it the Fury's Gaze, and it may be worth the while to investigate. I make this suggestion only because your friend seems like the selfless sort. Rather than drawing the enemy to this tower, mayhap he elected to pass us by. That's a fair enough notion. So we need to go around the tower. And then up here. Biggs, are you in here? Biggs. Destination. Oh, okay, that's fine. We can deal with this. Cha-cha. Whoop. No, thank you. I do need to recharge my chocobo, actually. Oh, there's 3 of them. I didn't even realise. I thought there was 2. That's fine. That's fine. We're fine. It's no problem. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Yep. Okay. I'm hitting all of the wrong things. I'm hitting everything except for the thing I'm meant to be hitting. We can deal with the other guys in just a second. Okay, so that one's now down. Let's get rid of these guys so they're not causing us problems. And then we'll report back to Wedge, because Biggs is unfortunately not here. I'll recharge my chocobo as well. There you go. Extra green for the chocobo. Okay, to be fair, we could just run away from them, but I may as well commit to it now. They're nearly dead anyway. Okay. And with that, we shall head on off. These quests have been quite short so far, actually, which might have some good hopes for our pacing. Because I was saying at the start of stream, for those who weren't there for that, I want to get to the end of the base MSQ today, so to the start of the post MSQ. But I appreciate that especially just the last few duties, like Castrum Prey, those ones, they by themselves could probably last most of a stream. So I was going to see how we're doing for time at around 5 PM, so that's in about 2 and a bit hours from now. And then, depending on where we're up to, I would either just continue for a bit longer, or I'll take a break to have dinner and things like that, and then come back and finish the stream we'll do another stream at around 7. Just to rest my voice and stuff. So it entirely depends where we're up to in kind of like the grand scheme of things. Because we're going to do it today regardless, whether it's all in one stream or over 2 streams. So I just need to assess where we're up to on the list of quests when we get to around 5 PM. Because like I said, I don't want to overexert my voice. So I might do it just to rest my voice. And also, I'll need to eat. Because I get grumpy when I'm hungry and no one needs that on stream. So we'll see how we're doing. Colette, were you able to learn anything? Not in this area? Well, that stands to reason, I suppose, seeing as he was trying to lure the Garleans away from me. But where within this vast sea of snow and ice could he be? My chocobo's being cooked. Oh no! He wants some roasted chicken. We can't give up, Colette. We must find Biggs before he succumbs to the cold or is recaptured. There must be someone in this tower who can help us, even if it's only to tell us where else to look. Yeah, very grumpy, honestly. I'm so bad when I'm hungry. I'm such a grumpy, hungry person. Ask them for me. Ask anyone who would listen. And hurry. Big's chances of survival grow slimmer by the moment. Okay. God, this is a lot of stairs. Whee! Imagine having to walk up these stairs. Oh geez, like in real life. There's more stairs. Oh god, my legs would die. I could not do this many stairs. Oh my god. Come on, Colette. Those little legs are taking you. Here we go. Right. Your friend is lost in the wilderness, you say? If he's not to be found around here or in the vicinity of the Darkhold, it is possible he made for Whitebrim. To reach it, one must travel through the Danafin Pass, the southern end of which lies to the north and east of here. While I make no guarantee that your search will bear fruit, it's surely better than worrying in idleness. I wish you luck. Oh, and one more thing. Do tread warily when climbing the stairs here. Not a moon ago I near broke my neck, and when I slipped and took a tumble... Oh god, imagine falling down these stairs. Oh my god. But I'm doing this because I'm fearless. Perfect. No fear. Right, so we're going to Danafin Pass. That's not very far away. Awesome. Off we go. Flawless landing. 10 out of 10. Perfect poise, perfect posture. Look at that Lalafell form. Oh, here we go. Biggs! I will save the day. Oh, I just realised what the quest is called. It's called Notorious Biggs. Because it's meant to be like Notorious B.I.G., isn't it? Our orders are to take you back, dead or alive. Which would it be, engineer? Why don't you come and find out, Tinhead? Ah, Colette. It is well that you're here. The situation is grave. Biggs is in a bad way. We need to do something right now. Sure. Ida has the right of it. He will perish if we delay. With me! She is ready to fight, absolutely. She's ready to go. He's not alone. Kill them all. Right, I guess. I will Iron Will up and go cha-cha. 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 Because we have a healer with us, so why not? Why not, right? Go, Biggs. No, don't go, Biggs. Biggs, why are you going over there? Biggs. Wait. Biggs. I swear to God. Oh jeez. I'm making a mess. But you, I need to get rid of because you're causing problems. Yeah. I mean, everyone's causing problems, to be honest. This is all a big bowl of problems. Oh, no. Oh God. Right, I wanted to get Y'shtola unchained, which I've now managed, so that's good. I not got on my aggro? There we go. Eee. Should probably use my mitts. I need to remember they're a thing. I do have mitts. Mitts are good. Use your mitts. Yep. Grab these guys. Grab this guy. Grab all of the guys. I could do eee. And do one of those. Oh, which one's chained to me? Oh god, you're the one that's chained to me, right? Why can't I do anything? Is it because I'm chained? There we go. Either way, I'm not chained anymore, so it's fine. You're the tank, just stand in the area and mitigate. Basically, right? I'm not always the best at keeping my mitts in good succession though. Sometimes I overuse them, and then the cooldowns go a bit funny, but I'm still figuring it out. My thanks. Another moment and I would have... You would have been dead. You would have been dead, buddy. He's been too long in the cold. We must find shelter for him. Monument Tower, you say? Very well. Ida and I shall bear him there with all haste. Sid will be so happy to see Biggs and Wedge again. Aw, I love reunions. Right, we're going to get him to the fire and get him some soup and he shall be fine. And I'm going to head back to the tower. Can I climb on this? I can climb on this. Whee! It's entirely the wrong way. I just wanted to climb on it. But down we go. Here we go. This is the actual direction. I just got a bit sidetracked. Gonna let that auto run. Take a sip of my drink. And now we'll hopefully get a nice little cutscene with it all reunited, which should be quite cute. Here we go. Aww, bless him. I cannot thank you enough, Colette. The same goes for the rest of you. Thank you all so much. Oh, don't mention it. We are a family, are we not? Well, yes, it's just I didn't think I'd ever see him again. I owe a lot of you my life. And you saved Wedges too, Colette. I'm losing count on how many I owe you. Biggs, Wedge! Gods, it's good to see the two of you again. Oh, I was hoping it would be cute. It's so cute. Chief, it's you. It's really you. In our hearts, we knew you were still alive, but to finally see you in the flesh. When Alphino told me of the raid of the Waking Sands, I feared the worst. What happened? The enemy struck with nary a warning. We didn't stand a chance. Wedge and I were in the workshop when they came. Before we knew what was happening, the Imperials had us at gunpoint. It must have been awful. There's one thing I don't understand though. How did the Guardians get there so fast? I mean, the Immortal Flame should have seen them coming, right? I myself have the same question. That day when I returned to the carnage at the Waking Sands, I noted naught amiss in horizon. Nothing at all to suggest the passing of an Imperial force. From this I concluded that the Guardians came neither by land nor air. Nay, they were born there by potent teleportation magics. Magics of the kind used by the Ascians. Carry on. We were bound and blindfolded and bundled into the cargo bay of a waiting airship. I can't rightly say how long we were aboard, but when the time came for us to disembark, we found ourselves in the midst of an Imperial stronghold, Castrum Sentry. Upon arrival, we were marched off into the main complex. Biggs and I were thrown into a detainment cell together, while Minfilia and the others were taken elsewhere, and that was the last we heard from them. Castrum Sentry. What happened next? Well, we were held in isolation for what felt like years, but was probably moons, or maybe only weeks, and then without warning, the Imperials collected the pair of us and put us on another vessel, which we found was bound for Garlemald, much to our dread. We knew that if we were taken back there, we weren't like to leave again. So risky as it was, we sabotaged the ship's altitude control, and thereby forced an emergency landing. And in the midst of the ensuing chaos, we managed to slip our captors. The rest, as they say, is history. If I didn't know better, I'd call that a likely story. Sabotaging the altitude controls on an airborne vessel. That would have been Big's handiwork. Like as not. And you always wear us also in a tight spot, my friend. Colette, thank you for returning my dear assistance to me. It would seem I owe you yet another debt of gratitude. I've got a lot of debts building up that people owe me. There are still many questions in my mind, but the answers can wait. Minfilia and the others still want for rescue. Alright, you lot. Garland Ironworks is back in business. Let's go and give the Imperials what for. Hurrah! Okay. Bam, ba-dam, bam. Thanks to you, Biggs and Wedge are with us again. Now we must find a way to rescue Minfilia and the others. And God knows we've kept them waiting too long already. Based on what we've learned, I believe it's safe to say that they're being held at Castrum Sentry. So let us convene at Revenant's Toll in Mordona. 'Tis as good a place as any to prepare, and better than most. The road leading east and south will get you there. When we arrive, let us seek the advice of the local adventurers. We're bound to learn a thing or two that will benefit our mission. Right, now I don't think I have the ether right for there yet. I do not. So, where's going to be the best route to get there? Oh, perfect, not that far. Brilliant. I will need to remember to attune to the etherite though. Because I can see myself forgetting. I need to remember. Attune to the etherite. Attune to the etherite. Because I'm so used to just having them all. So I keep on forgetting to attune. Oh, I need to remember. I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will. Fingers crossed. I'll take a quick sip of my water though. So I'm getting a bit of a headache. I do have some painkillers if I need them. So we're on to come into my castrum as the quest now. Ah, no! No! I'm not interested. So we are up to... Okay, I see. We have made some pretty good progress. But I imagine the quests are going to start getting a bit longer. So like I say, we'll see when we get towards the 3-hour mark what's kind of going on. And whether we're just going to go for a bit longer or if we're going to do it on a separate stream. Though I feel like even just like the last few duties are all going to be quite long. So it might end up being a separate stream still today, but just a bit later regardless. But we shall see. Who knows? I might surprise myself. Well met, friend. What brings you to Revenant's Toll? Look at that stash! Did I hear you rightly? Your friends are being held captive at Castrum Sentry, and you want to rescue them? I don't mean to discourage you, but that might prove difficult. The stronghold has been on high alert of late, with armoured patrols seen about the perimeter around the clock. Not even a fly could get in within 100 yards of the walls undetected. If the Garleans were alerted to our coming, look at this guy, we cannot know what they would do to Minfilia and the others. We must act with the greatest stealth. Aye, it has to be a good old-fashioned infiltration. But with security so tight, how are we going to smuggle ourselves in? Why, I have a mind to walk through the front door. Huh? The front door? Aye, we'll disguise ourselves as Imperial troops and march right in. For this, we'll need a few sets of Imperial uniforms, a suit of Magitech armour, and impeccable timing. That's a bold strategy, but it might just work. Where were we? There's certainly no shortage of opportunities to borrow the equipment. Knowing those Imperial bastards, they won't even suspect that we savage Eorzeans would think to use their technology. Then it's settled. If you're determined to go ahead with this, I'd recommend you speak with Glaumont. The fellow's got a personal grudge against the Empire and happens to know a deal about Castrum Sentry besides. I've no doubt that he would want to be of aid. Ida and I shall go and reconnoitre Garlean activity at the stronghold. It will not do if something were to befall our comrades before we had the chance to act. Come and join us when you're ready, Colette. Let's do this. Sometimes I wonder, Ida, are there ever times where you're not infused? I'm nothing if I'm not infused, Y'shtola. You're just beginning to remind me of Papalimo. Okay, so we now need to go and speak. Over here. Perfect. Hello, I heard you hate the Empire. Looking for Glaumont, are you? Well, you found him, whoever you are. Eh? You're looking to get inside of Castrum Sentry and you need my help. Something tells me we're going to get along just fine. So you have friends at Castrum Sentry but want for rescue? That Southbourne knows me too well. Aye, you can count on my help. I've got a score to settle with the Imperials, and I never pass an opportunity to get back at those whore sons. But enough about me. Let's talk strategy. Rescuing folk from captivity is right delicate business. A single oversight, just one little blunder, and it's all over. You can't leave any room for uncertainty. For starters, you need to confirm beyond the shadow of a doubt that your friends are where you think they are. You don't want to risk your neck only to discover they've been moved elsewhere. But how can you find out, you ask? By following these instructions. If you approach Sentry from the east, you'll see a swampland to your left called the Tangle. Get in there, and never mind the moorballs, and navigate your way to the southwestern corner. You'll come upon some drainage pipes coming down from the stronghold. Don't ask me how I know, but one of them leads back up to the command tower. If you listen closely, you might be able to eavesdrop on some of the happenings within. Once we know for certain that your friends are there, we'll move to the next stage of the operation. Now get going, and Godspeed. Right, we're going to some drainage pipes. So, which is the right way? This way's the right way. Oh, a tune! A tune! Wait. A tune. I remembered. There we go. Okay. And then back out this way. God, I've not done this area on foot in such a long time. It's so weird. Right, I've got to make sure that I don't end up like getting lost behind some hills or something. Because knowing me, I can do that quite easily. So if we go, I guess just continue forward a bit more. And then if we go like through here, that's probably where we want to go, right? Ignore the moorballs. No interest in those. And then through here we go. This looks about right. Okay. Then... Nope. Not interested. Not interested. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Here we go. Leave me alone, Morbal. Thank you. Drainage pipe. Oh, great! Wonderful! Just what I need. Okay, cool. Let's get rid of these flies. And then we'll do some eavesdropping. Perfect. Can I eavesdrop now? faint sound of conversation echoes down the pipe. Oh, I'm crouched in the poop water. What of the captive? Does she still refuse to speak? She may as well be deaf-mute for all the information we've gotten out of her. The others aren't much better. The Ellison gets on my nerves most of all. Every time he opens his mouth, it's only to spout gibberish. Well, that's Yurionje. I do wonder, why is the Tribunus so obsessed with this Minfilia woman? They say that she possesses some mystical power, something we Garleans don't have. Mystical power, like the kind the Beastmen use. How am I supposed to bloody know? If you're so curious, why don't you ask the Tribunus yourself? As well as try to tumble her, I like my head where it is, thank you very much. Our break is over, best we get back to our stations. I guess it would be against the Eorzea Geneva Convention to basically lure all of the monsters around in an enemy encampment and weaken the enemy before the main attack. I wonder if they have like their own version of the Geneva Convention. But would the Garleans be exempt from that? Because they're kind of separate from the rest of Eorzea, right? The footfalls grow fainter until all is silent. Okay, we got the information. Speak of Alphino, I've not seen Alphino for a bit. Where did he go? Well, we're going back to Alphino. Should I just teleport? Let's just teleport. It's fine. It's fine, we'll just teleport. I am lazy, okay? Right, where is he? Where's the boy? There he is! 'Tis good to see you again, Colette. I'm given to understand you have conducted some reconnaissance. Tell me, what were you able to learn? So Minfilia and the others are indeed in Castrum Sentry. Their presence thus confirmed, we may proceed with the mission. While you were afield, Sid took the liberty of devising a plan of action. Pray have the details from him. Sup, Sid? Good word, Colette. As Alphino has already told you, we've plotted out a course of the rescue. The gist of it is unchanged. We disguise ourselves as Imperial soldiers and infiltrate the stronghold. Glormont is looking into ways to procure a suit of Magitech armour. In the meantime, I need your assistance for some preparation of my own. Minfilia and the others are counting on us, Colette. Let's not keep them waiting for any longer than necessary. I mean, I guess they do, and Garlean does not follow if the subplot takes... That's true. I feel like a lot of the stuff that the Garleans have gotten up to would definitely go against any sort of convention that is in place. But I wonder... But then, Ishgard, for example, isn't a part of the Eorzean Alliance at this point, are they? So they would also be exempt, wouldn't they? Would it just not be the main free city-states that would have to abide by the rules? While Glormont goes about devising his plan, we need to see some preparation of our own. It wouldn't do if the Imperials were to discover that they were short on armour. To prevent this from happening, I'm going to put together a makeshift communications jamming device. The explanation is like to get a bit technical, so bear with me. Imperial forces communicate at a distance via electromagnetic waves. Simply put, voices are born upon etheric lightning energy that permeates the air. Now, the hillside's cluster of corrupted crystals to the west has been observed to amplify the selfsame energy. By making use of this property, we should be able to drown out Imperial voices. To ensure that we have enough amplification, we must identify the most potent crystals amongst the cluster. For this, I need you to go there and use this device to take readings. I'll mark the likely places on your map. Oh, and just so you know, plasmoids are drawn to lightning energy. Don't be surprised if you run into a few. Okie dokies. So we're going back out this way. Oops, looked away for a second. Let's go and get some readings. Whee! So where's the first one? Is it all just around this one big crystal? Is that what it is? Oh, it looks like it. Okay. So let me get off this. Inspect this. Hi there! Very intimidating. After all, the convention, no summoning primals. True, the beastmen would be exempt as well, wouldn't they? And they enthrall anyone who gets within your arms with them. Like, because the beastmen are considered separate as well, aren't they? So they wouldn't have to follow these conventions. Oops, I'm stuck down a hole. So they can just summon all the primals they want. Eee. I don't want to fight the fat frog. I don't want to fight the fat frog. Okay, so that's location number 2. No, fat frog! Leave me alone. Oh, come on. Come on then. Come over here. Come over here. Get your butt over here. I'm not coming over to you. You're going to come over to me. Thank you. Which then, if it's like an 8 Orzean kind of agreement, it covers very little of the grand scheme of things. It would only cover Gridania, Uldar, and Limsa, right? Later Ishgard, but not yet. And that's kind of it. And then Radit's Hand wouldn't have to worry about it, like Favniar wouldn't have to worry about it. And Tudiolo wouldn't have to worry about it. The Far East wouldn't have to worry about it. So they can all just do what they want. Though, I guess when they start kind of collaborating, then maybe at that point they kind of get roped into it. I don't know. I don't know how politics work in that regard. I'm trying to find this one. Where's this one? Where's this one? Because I've missed one, like here. Oh, is it higher up? Do I need to go up? Can I go up? Is up a possibility? Do I need to go up? Well, there's one over there anyway, so I can still do that one. But where's this one? Is it? Where is it? Oh, there's the hair! There we go, found it. It's not a war crime the first time. Yeah. Someone needs to do it. And then someone else needs to go, now, that wasn't very cash money of you. And then they all agree that wasn't very cash money, and they make it illegal. Very true. The first person gets away with it. Right, where's my last little location? Here we go. Oh, there's 3 of them now. Okay. May as well pop up one of those because I can. Why not? Why not? Get this last one. And then back to Sid. I'm just going to teleport. I'm so lazy. I'm teleporting. I'm not running back. Are you kidding me? I've got small legs. It's a really long journey for someone so small. And then report to Sid. Where is he? There he is. Okay. You have the readings? Excellent. Here, let me see the numbers. Yes, 4 of these crystals should suit our purpose, though I pray we won't have a need for their power. My thanks, Colette. Wonderful. And then I need to go... Oh, back up to you. Back up to you. Oh, we're up to this mission. So if we're up to this one, we are here. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 quests away to unlocking Castrum on the 10th quest. So we're only 11 quests away from the end of the base game MSQ, but obviously that then involves Castrum, which is going to take probably about 20 minutes, Prey, which will probably take about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and then Porta Decumana. So that's the bulk that might take a while, but we're doing very good for time actually. So we might manage to do it all in one stream rather than coming back later, if I stay on target. So I'm going to stay on target. Clean the wax out of your ears now, because there's something I want you to do by way of preparation. The plan's to have you enter Castrum Sentry all decked out in Imperial duds, but a disguise is more than just the clothes you're wearing. You also gotta act the part. At the very least, you need to know how to perform a convincing Imperial salute. First impressions are everything, as they say. I could teach you the salute myself, of course, but it's best if you learn it from the experts. So get yourself near as you dare to Castrum Sentry and watch the Imperials doing what they do. Hello Yoksha, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Right, so we are heading back down here. We've made very good pace with this. But like I said, the quests have been quite short so far. I don't imagine, well I can imagine they're going to get longer as we go on. But also I haven't got very distracted today. I have stayed very much on topic, which especially on Sunday streams doesn't always work out. So that's probably helped an awful lot. I've stayed very much like eyes on the prize, and I haven't got as distracted over things. So well done me. Pat on the back for Tofu. Well done for not getting distracted for half an hour about random conversations about God knows what that probably shouldn't be spoken about. Look at me doing what I intended to do. Right, just a little bit further. I don't want to fight you. I'm going to go around you because I don't feel like it. Oh, god damn it. Well, so much for that. Right, how much closer do I dare? I dare very close, apparently. How close do I dare? No fear! Infiltrating straight into the situation. Here we go. Okay. Yes, meat sabers and the like. Yes, yes, yes. You knew what I was talking about. I can't really observe them doing salutes if I'm killing them. I feel like this goes against the idea of what we're trying to do. We want to see how they behave. But I guess getting rid of a couple of them will make the job easier for us, won't it? Here we go. Lalafels are super cute, aren't they? There it is, that's what we needed. Nothing to report, sir. We've received an anonymous warning that insurgent forces are near. We must redouble our vigilance. I shall recommend that patrols be increased. I'm sure I will not stick out. I feel like there's not a lot of Imperial Lalafels, so I already think that's going to be a bit of a problem. Of course, I'm usually an instigator of said conversations. You are definitely one of the guilty parties. I will agree. You've also been behaving yourself today. So together, as a collaborative effort, we have stayed on topic quite well today. So you also get a pat on the back. Well done, Lee. This person's been there for a while. So, did you manage to learn the Imperial salute? No, best you don't demonstrate. I'm liable to fly into a rage and crack skulls. I'll just take your word for it. Okay. Sark Malark, what a name. You are called Colette Riharo, yes? I have heard of your plight from my friend Glomont. As a fellow adventurer and a son of Eorzea both, I would offer you my assistance. In order to infiltrate Castrum Sentry, you and your comrades must disguise yourselves as Imperial soldiers. The question is, how to go about acquiring the uniforms and helms. There are places a man might purchase them, but individuals who deal in such wares are not the sort whom you would entrust your secrets. It would be more prudent, I believe, to procure what you need via traditional means, from the bodies of their recently deceased owners. The fortified area before Castrum Sentry never lacks for Imperial patrols. It would not take long to obtain 3 sets of gear, 1 for each member of the infiltration team, Biggs, Wedge and yourself. When you have what you need, please return here and allow me to inspect the spoils. Right, let's go and kill some guys. We're going back where we came from, we're going to kill some guys. Back in a bit, guys. I'm just off to do some killing. She says as she rides off on her fat cat. Don't mind me, I'm just going to kill some guys. It's all good. Nothing to be concerned about. Whee! So, does it matter? Do I need to kill 6 people or do I get both from one person? Because it says 3 of each, right, which makes sense. But is it that one will drop a jacket and another one will drop a helmet? I guess we'll find out in a second. I guess we'll find out. Behave is a strong word. You've been distracted by Sonic and cars. I mean, if it works, it works. I hope you're still enjoying your cars. Yeah. I was looking into picking up the new Silent Hill because I was curious about it because I've never played a Silent Hill game. Like 70 quid, and we were talking about this last stream. Like, I can't justify 70 quid for something that is kind of like, I guess, a test run for me, and I don't know if I'm going to like it. So I haven't bought it. Maybe I'll wait for it to go on sale whenever that will happen one day. Or maybe I should just try an older Silent Hill first. I don't know. I will think about it. Been doing a lot of rolling around at the speed of sound. Well, that answers my question, so we need to kill 6 of them. Okie dokies. We can do that. Come here. Come here. But this isn't going to cause any alarm whatsoever. Of course it's not. It's all good. It's fine. This won't cause any problems. Come here, please. Definitely follow your rainbow. Absolutely. Follow your rainbow. Go to the places you've got to go. As any hedgehog should. Come here, please. Yeah, come over to me. Thank you. You're gonna get that song stuck in my head, I swear. But we're nearly done. You dead? You dead. So you should be the last one I need to kill. And then I'm guessing we're just teleporting back. Okay, perfect. And then, yes, we're going back to Sark Malark, which is still an amazing name. Here we go. And Sark should be up the hill, right? Where's the hill? There's the hill. Sark is up here. Were you able to obtain 3 sets of Imperial equipment? Damaged, as I suspected. In their present condition, I fear these uniforms and helms are like to draw suspicion. They must be repaired, but only superficially. Give me a second, sorry. Okay. Fortunately, the blacksmith Eginoff at the Diamond Forge in Rowena's House of Splendors should be able to hammer them into shape in no time. I've already sent word ahead, and have been assured that he is expecting you. Worry not, we've already impressed upon him the need for utmost secrecy as to the nature of your mission. Okay. So we'll go and get these fixed. And then I guess we've got to put them on and start raiding. Right, where is this man? Where is this man? Are you in here? Oh, you're in here. So you're the adventurer Sark Malark sent, are you? I've been waiting for you. Now, let's see what you got for me. I see. Ah, yes. I reckon I can hammer these back into shape for you. After all, I owe your friend Sark Malark a favour or two. Took good care of old Eginoff back in the days before I fell with old Rowena, he did. Did you know that he's the son of one of the wealthiest families in the Sultanate? I wouldn't expect someone like that to end up in the life he did, but I suppose he always felt the adventurous life calling him. But here I go blubbering on when there's work to be done. Just hold your horse beds for a moment or two, and the great Eganoff will have your gear looking good as new. And there we have it. I won't do much good in battle, mind you, but from what I hear, that's not your priority anyhow. Do send Sarkmalak my regards, will you? Aye aye, Captain. I'll do just that. So Sarkmalak comes from a rich family, but he followed his dreams instead of upholding his family, I guess. Like his family purpose? Or heritage, I suppose, and went off adventuring instead. Sarkmalak. Here we go. Have you had the uniforms and hounds repaired? Yes, I have. Yes, these would serve beautifully. The great Eganoff never fails to impress. The quality of these repairs would fool even the legatus. Thus equipped, you should not have any trouble blending in amongst Imperial forces. Lest you hear that the Garleans might detect your foreigners, in fact form a greater part of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea. You see, when the Empire subjugates new territory, it assimilates the people of that land into its armed forces. In turn, these conscripted forces are sent to subjugate faraway lands. In this way, Garlemald nips rebellion in the bud and expands its territory in one fell stroke. With that, my part in your mission is done. I am full glad to have been of assistance to your cause. Why would I, a wealthy merchant, wish to help you? I know not where you heard such a tale, but believe me when I say that I'm but another humble adventurer, one who desires only to act in the best interests of the realm. Okay. Look at this picture. And this is where we get the weapon coffer. Perfect. Good work getting them Imperial duds. You'll be pleased to hear I ain't been idle myself. It took me long enough, but I finally hatched a plan to get us a suit of Magitech armour. I would call off and enjoy more Sonic racing if I had the time. That and the fact that I got to walk into work today and you don't want to do that, or was it quite a long walk? Now from what I've seen, Castrum Sentry deploys a Reaper for most of its patrols. Trouble is, the patrols themselves are irregular, meaning random routes and random deployments, and hardly any of them come anywhere near Revenant's Toll. So hoping to coax the Imperials out of their shells, I took the liberty of feeding them a bit of old false intelligence. Told them insurgents had designs on their stronghold. Ain't far from the truth now that I come to think of it. Any road, we should start seeing more patrols than we had up until now. Ah, I see, so the information came from you. All you need to do is approach one of these patrols dressed up in your shiny tin suit and alert them to the enemy's presence. Having done that, you'll want to lure them as near to Revenant's Toll as you can. Like as not though, you'll be wary of venturing far from their own walls. If they do need a bit of extra encouragement, use this smoke signal here, filched fresh from an Imperial scout. They'll come running when they see that, and when the cavalry arrives, you hit them hard and make off with their Reaper. Simple as that. And if I ain't mistaken, there's a patrol sweeping the perimeter right now, so run along, eh? And don't forget to salute. Okay. So we need to find the guys and do an Imperial salute. Do I not need to be wearing the armour? Because it just says greet the Imperial Centurion with the Imperial salute. So do I not need to put the armour on? We can try it. We can see if it works. Or for immersion's sake, should I still put the armour on? I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. Whereabouts are they? Oh, there they are. I see them in the distance. So I need to get ready to Imperial Salute. Here we go. I'm totally not suspicious. Don't worry about it. So Imperial Salute. One of our covert operations, are you? Carry on, soldier. Insurgents gathering to the east, you say? Judging by your description, they are well beyond the perimeter. But I will not have it said that I was remiss. You, return to the scene and keep an eye on those insurgents. Should all go awry, use your smoke signal to call us. Aye aye, Captain. Okay, so, we need to go... No, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm not interested. I need to go back up here. No! I'm not interested. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Here we go. So we need to go up. Whereabouts? Is it on top of the crystal? Do we need to go up here? It is up here. Perfect. Okay. Smoke signal. Proceed. You can barely see that smoke, huh? I hope you don't mind my joining. Seeing as we're seizing advanced weaponry, I thought it best to be on hand. Ah, there she is. I was a bit more visible now. This is the place, but where is the enemy? Sir, over there. Send in the Reaper. Let us make an example of these insurgents. Okay. Get you guys roped in as well. Do a shield tron. Yep. Well, we've just got the Reaper now, huh? That's not too bad. Are there extra guys coming? Where's... Oh, there they're coming. Here they are. I can see them. Coming over the hill. Come on then. Come on then. You as well. You guys as well. Just gather you up in the corner and then I can hit you all at once. Go piranha tofu and bite their legs off. I need to just bite them in the kneecaps, right? Though I can't do that with this guy because that might break my teeth. Yep. So we're nearly done. Wonderful. Ripperino. And at last, a very own suit of Magitech armor.
Killer Tofu!
This whole game is basically Killer Tofu. Not wishing to look a gift chocobo in the beak, it does seem rather worse for wear, doesn't it? Biggs, Wedge, what's your honest assessment? It's a pile of junk, Chief. Well, there's the fact that she's smoking, of course, but looking past that, I'd actually say she's structurally sound. I don't like the way these legs are buckled. I'd hate to say this, but the, oh god, servo mechanism may be damaged. Eh? But aren't those things protected by thick armour plates? They are, yes. It's odd. The casing doesn't seem to have taken a blow. I suspect we're dealing with a faulty part. Well, whatever it is we're dealing with, we're not resting until it's fixed. Not one wink of sleep. You got that, Wedge? Oh, cart, chocobo. Are you swearing? Yeah, I heard that. No naps for Wedge. The hall has been set aside for our use in Revenant's Toll. That's where we'll carry out the repairs. Look for us there, Colette. Off he goes! Whee! Perfect. That's not the first time that Biggs is thrown Wedge like that, quite clearly. Oh, it's limping! The robot's limping. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. And then we need to go... the Magitech armor? Sid and the others took it inside. Go on in and join them. Not the Wolverine baseball special? What do you mean? Okay. We've now had time to take a closer look at the Reaper. Our preliminary diagnosis was correct. She's structurally sound, but her servo mechanism is faulty. You needn't worry though. Biggs and Wedge will have her restored to her former glory in no time at all. Give those two something to mend and they will think of naught else until the job is done. 'Tis a marvellous thing to behold, provided you remind them to visit the privy. Yeah, please go to the toilet. Please don't wet yourselves, or worse. Please? Okay. The repairs are proceeding apace. It shouldn't be long now before Biggs and Wedge complete their work. There is, however, one small problem. As you may recall, the Machina's servo mechanism was discovered to be faulty. Wedge is subsequently ascertained that the Magitech core which drives it is worn beyond use. Such cores are rather fragile devices, which must be replaced at regular intervals. Thanks to the negligence of our Imperial colleagues, however, the one used in this Reaper was long overdue. Alas, we do not have access to a ready replacement here in Mordona, but all is not lost. Wedge thinks he may have identified an alternative solution. Go and see him, would you? He'll explain the details. Marvel Comics Wolverine has called him being thrown at the enemy. It's called the baseball special. When She-Hulk was the one doing the throwing, she comments on how tight Wolverine's butt is. You know what, Wolverine probably does have a very tight butt. He's a very muscly man. I mean, it's going to be toned, right? As I believe the Chief has already informed you, the Magitech core is worn beyond use. We need to find a replacement. I thought about having you appropriate more Reapers, but even if the Thunderhead maintenance engineers of Castrum Sentry had remembered to replace their cores, we would risk arousing Imperial suspicion. But do not despair, for I believe there is a solution: to substitute the Magitech core with a mammoth heart. In case you don't know, a mammoth heart can be used to grant sentience to an automaton. By my reckoning, such a device should be more than capable of regulating the armor's servo mechanism. We'll just need to make some minor modifications to the housing unit. I've already placed an order for a first-rate mammoth heart with the Goldsmiths Guild. All that remains is for someone to go to Oldar and collect it. Oh, and pay for it. Ahem. Did I mention how much they cost? No? Well, they typically cost something in the order of... I hope you don't mind footing the bill. It's for a good cause. How much is it, Wedge? Wedge, how much is it? You didn't give me a number. Why do you assume that I've got the coin? Alphino comes from a rich family. You should ask him. Ethernet. Goldsmiths. Ba, 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 ba. Oops, try that again. There we go. Hello there, come to collect a mammoth heart, you say? Then you must be here on behalf of Garland Ironworks. I've taken the liberty of picking the finest example we have, a hard fit for a prince among mammoths. Payment? Oh, that won't be necessary. The heart is for Master Alphino's personal use after all. He notified us a short while ago that his servant would be coming to collect it. Alphino! Alphino! Thank you for saving my purse, but servant? I'm gonna have a bone to pick with that boy later. Tender in years though he may be, Master Alphino has been a benefactor of ours since my predecessor's time. The Goldsmiths Guild wouldn't dream on charging him. But here is the mammoth heart. May it serve you well. Oh, and do please pass on my compliments to your master, Alphino. I swear. Mordona, Revenant's Toll. It's me stomping up to him, being like, what are you telling people? You ain't no master of mine. Mr. Levier, you? Do you have dialogue about this? Oi. In the wake of the calamity, the 14th Imperial Legion occupied what remained of Castrum Novum, essentially rebuilding and renaming it Castrum Century. The stronghold contains immense manufacturing and storage facilities, and it is the primary supplier of material for Imperial forces stationed throughout Eorzea. Consequently, it is heavily defended. Infiltrating will not be easy. Nevertheless, it is necessary. You're not even going to mention it, are you? I see how it is. I see how it is. Do you have the mammoth's heart? I can't wait to see if it works. Hurrah! Thank you so much. But this is magnificent. It must have cost the an emperor's ransom. Free of charge, courtesy of Alphino. Coming from an influential family certainly has its advantages. Hey there, Becky. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. But without further ado, let's give it a try. I've already modified the housing unit, so it should slot right in. Should. There, she's ready. Magitech armor engage. Or not. She just needs a loving tap, I'll wager. Thank you for the head pats. Wedge. Oh, it worked! Sometimes you just need to smack it. Yes, she's alive! She lives! Let's take her outside and put her through her paces. Colette, would you care to do the honours? I'm doing alright, how are you doing? I'm doing well, thank you. Okay. I'm hopping to the pilot seat and we'll begin as soon as you're ready. First, I would like you to try climbing that tangle of crystals yonder. As far up as you can go, if you please. Oh, and if for some reason you need to dismount, simply come back here and we'll start again. Okay. Hey there, Greenbird, how are you doing? You can't use such language in front of the bunny child. I cannot be censored. Right, where am I going? Where am I going? I'm going up here. No anomalous movements evident from either leg. Good. Next, jump back down and then sprint north, quick as you can. Okay. Where am I going? I'm going this way. Oh, I see where we need to go. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Oops. Look at me in this. Leg joints absorbing all impact without incident. Excellent. Please make your way back, Colette. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Nope. 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 Leave me alone, frog. Here we go. The torso remains stable during vigorous motion. Excellent. And that concludes our test. Thank you for your cooperation. Here is a summary of my findings. The drivetrain is in sound condition. With some fine-tuning, we can expect a noticeable improvement in performance. As for the servo mechanism, I'm afraid it's not nearly as responsive as it should be, and I'm at a loss to explain why. The mammoth heart is in pristine condition and should be installed correctly. Perhaps its inner workings are simply too different to operate harmoniously with the armors of other mechanisms. Whereas Magitech cores serve only to conduct impulses, mammoth hearts enable automata to process the information collected by their sensors as feelings! Maybe she just needs to feel like part of the team, in which case we should all do our best to make her feel welcome. Okay, let's give the robot a big warm welcome. Give me a second. Welcome. Yay! Perfect. But for yourself, you're upset you turned on the news. Always a bad idea. Turning on the news. Bad idea. Hey there, Kat. Thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing good. Welcome on in. Cure your mindset, bunny woman. What can I do to help cure your mindset? I do try to avoid the news where I can. I always feel like if something's important enough, it will find its way to me, so I don't often check the news. Which some would say is ignorant of me. Maybe it kinda is, but sometimes you just need to look after yourself a little bit, don't you? Daft as it felt, I gave it my best. I've welcomed myself to a bloody standstill. And what were you expecting it to do anyway? Bob us a curtsy? No doubt you're wondering why the servo mechanism is so important as to warrant this silliness. Without it, the pilot would be required to control the armor's every movement manually. This would be an onerous task at the best of times, and wholly impractical during battle. Using a mammoth heart in place of the worn Magitech core seemed a promising solution. Alas, the device does not appear to be compatible with Garlean technology. Who's a good murder machine? Yes, you are. Oh, you're gonna kill so many bad Garleans. Wedge, are there no other ways we might demonstrate our appreciation to our friend here? I'm at my wit's end, Chief. She just doesn't seem convinced. We could try a little dance, perhaps, or cheer our heads off. Imperials, they've come for the armor. Damn it, they have us cornered. They're very slowly running towards us. It's bad news. There's the Reaper. Taken by the traitor Garland. And is that the Icon Slayer? Oh, bollocks. Call for reinforcements. Oh, what's his plan? At the hells you will. What's your plan? Oh, of course! Yeah, the lightning stuff. We've located the stolen Reaper, requesting immediate assistance. Respond! Respond! It's no use, sir. There's some sort of interference. Curse you, Garland! Ha ha ha! No matter. If we can't reclaim it, destroy it. But dun dun dun. Bloody hells. Colette, protect the armor at all costs. Okie dokies. So the armor's going to see us protecting it and it's going to be happy because we looked after it? I think that's going to be the situation, huh? Get over here. Oi. Hey, over here, please. Thank you. It's going to be touched by our efforts to protect it. Don't want to be involved in that. I'll be honest, I'm actually a little bit worried about tanking some of the end stuff. I think it's Castrum, I can't remember which one, but there's one where sometimes I have a problem gathering up the aggro, where I'm not very experienced tanking. But I have Sprout Protection. It'll be down as my first time, even though it very much isn't. So I've got things to kind of provide an excuse if I perform badly. Obviously, I'll try my best though. And we'll manage it. It just might get a bit messy in places, that's all. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. Hopefully the queues aren't too bad. That's going to be another thing. Yay! We saved you, Reaper. Do you like us now? Oh, oh. Chief, look, she moved. And now she deigns to grace us with her presence. Important tank rule, AAB? What do you mean AAB? It took us a good while, but we're finally ready. It's time to infiltrate Castrum Sentry and rescue our comrades. There, the finishing touch. What did you do to it? Oh, you put a logo on the side of it. That's quite cute. That's quite cute. It's our Reaper now. Always approach backwards. Ah, I see. Okay, so should I start walking backwards throughout the entire, like, for the whole rest of the MSQ? Am I going like this? It might take us a while to get to some places. The servo mechanism is now fully functional, and all it took was a simple fight to the death. Remind me not to install a mammoth heart aboard the Enterprise, would you? As much as I love her, I'd rather not be required to profess it before boarding. But enough of that. Let us see to our final preparations. Thanks to Biggs and Wedge, the Reaper is as good as new. We're as prepared as we'd like to get. Okay. Mount speed increase. Yes. Always like that. It better not be that. Annihilate all bunnies. I beg your pardon. That's a slur in these parts. I am personally offended. How go your preparations, Colette? And we'll leave as soon as you're ready. Annoy all bitches. Come on, she came. I thought I'd give you all a roaring send-off. 'Tis the least I can do for the fine men and women what are about to make my lifelong wish come true. Well, we'll do our best. It occurs to me that all you've helped, but with all the help you afforded us, we know little and less about you. What did the Empire do to earn your ire? But I fear I've put curiosity before consideration. I quite understand you'd rather not relive those memories. No, I don't mind, really. Truth be told, a part of me was itching to tell you my tale. Mind you, 'tis hardly a novel. I ain't the first to suffer at Imperial hands. Like most folk, I used to have a mother. She was a sweet, caring woman with a smile never far from her face. There was a sister too, pretty little thing. She was gentle as a lamb, but tough as nails. We were poor folk living simple lives, but we knew happiness just the same. And then the Imperials came and took it all away. When Alamigo fell and put my family in a camp, being a lad, I was made to do the hard labour, while my mother and sister were forced to do far worse. They hid their suffering from me as best they could, but I knew, and the thought of it drove me mad. We had to escape, and so I hatched a plan to get us out of the city. We were picking our way around a gorge not far outside the walls, when they caught up with us, and rather than allow themselves to be taken again, my mother and sister leaped over the edge before my very eyes. Heartbroken as I was, I didn't put up a fight when the Imperials clapped me in chains and dragged me back. 'Twas some years after that I escaped again, and this time I got away. I swore then that I'd get revenge on the Empire, and became an adventurer so as to hone my skills and earn the coin I needed. But nigh on 2 decades since have gone, and what have I achieved? Bugger all, that's what. Not like you lot. You ain't been here 10 minutes and you've already done more than I managed in 10 bloody years. You give us too much credit. We seek only to rescue our friends. Well, what's more important than that? Any road. After you've got your friends back, you're planning on going after the Empire, and don't pretend you ain't. I've helped a few folk take on Imperials over the years, and every time I have, it helped stave off my appetite for revenge. But something tells me that I won't be going hungry for a while with everything you've got planned. Are you sure that will satisfy you? If you wish to strike back at the Empire with your own hand, you need only say the word. We'd be glad to have you with us. Tempting though the offer is, I fear I must decline. I swore to get revenge on the Empire, 'tis true, but I've long since realised that the front lines are no place for a man like me. Aye, there's some as would call me a craven, but I prefer to think of myself as a realist. My talents lie in scheming, you see, not swordplay. Helping folk like you is how I can make the most difference. But that's quite enough storytelling for one day. Best not keep your friends waiting any longer. I'll be praying for your safety and success. May Ralga give you strength. Okay. Wherever the Empire goes, misery invariably follows in its wake. For the sakes of all those who call Eorzea home, we must put an end to Gaius's ambitions. But first, we have a friend to rescue. We're friends to rescue even. Biggs, Wedge and I will lie in wait east of Castrum Sentry, just outside the Stronghold's patrol perimeter. Join us when you're ready. Oh, and don't forget to wear your disguise, or this will be the shortest rescue mission in history. Okay, so now we need to put our armour on. Helmet on. Here we are. I'm sure we'll blend right in with my little blue shoes poking out. Right, let us go all the way down there again. Okay, cool. So workshop exit. Bam, 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 bam. And then we shall mount up. Dun, 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 dun. And begin our infiltration. I wonder if we'll get to be able to see more of Wedge pining after Tataru, because it's very, very cute. Wedge so clearly likes her and it's the cutest thing. He's a bit useless with it though, but that's part of the charm. He's very, very sweet. Why are you right next to him? That's so annoying. I don't want to fight you. Okay. Look, if they simply don't look down, you're fine. Yeah. I just need to make sure they're looking at my eyes, right? And forgive me for saying so, but you look rather fine in Imperial Black and Crimson. Definitely your colours. But now's not time for jests. I think blue's my colour, I'm just saying. Let's review the infiltration plan. Castrum Sentry lies just beyond. A short while ago, an Imperial patrol left to do its rounds. Alphino and I will create a diversion out here and keep them occupied for as long as we're able. Meanwhile, the three of you will enter the stronghold, posing as the patrol returning from duty. Should Alphino and I prove less distracting than hoped, I will contact you via Link Pearl. Be ready to beat a hasty retreat. The other two aren't even wearing their helmets. What did I gather them for? Oh, off he goes. Whee! Perfect. 10 out of 10. Wedge will lead the way in the Reaper. Stay close to him. And I hardly need to tell you this, but don't do anything suspicious. Aye aye. Oh, and lest you wonder, Ida and Yustola left shortly before you arrived. We had planned that they should linger in the vicinity to cover our retreat in the event that Alphino and I attracted too much attention. But the approach of an Imperial vehicle forced us to improvise. Don't be too disappointed. They did at least leave a message for you. Something along the lines of, don't do anything reckless, if memory serves. Wise words. Hey Paul, notice anything about Steve? Like what? Well, for starters, he turned from a 6-foot tall you to a 2-foot tall Lalafell girl. His girlfriend dumped him. I bet he's going through a midlife crisis with Pantosia potions. True. I wonder, do they have it in Eorzea where people identify as different races, right? So like they're born as a Makote, but they identify as a Vera, and their goal in life is to be able to afford a Fantasia so they can change what they look like. I wonder. Alright, the Imperial Patrol should be returning any moment now. You best be off. Good luck, Colette. May the 12 keep you. Okie dokies. Look at me, my little shoes. Oh, it's not a very good disguise, is it? It really isn't. But it worked, so it don't matter.
You have spirit, that I will allow. Yet you struggle to the benefit of none, least of all yourself. This echo of yours intrigues us. We desire only to understand it, and for that we need your help. You wish to be rid of the icons, do you not? You would have saved yourself a great deal of torment had you accepted our aid from the beginning. Tell me everything, and I shall end it quickly. Refuse, and though you beg for death, you shall not have it. Which will it be? As you wish, my dear Minfilia. Unpleasant though it will be for all concerned, you leave us no choice but to employ more rigorous methods of study.
Interesting take the voice crew went with. What do you mean? For which bit?
Be so kind as to deliver the prisoners to Castrum Meridianum.
Oh, come on, we just got in. Don't take the princess to another castle. We've just arrived in this one. Come on.
Yes, milady.
Yes, milady. Right, so where are the others? So Minfilia's being knocked around big time. The woman being punished. Yeah, I guess. The sounds were a little bit odd, but at the same time, I'm like, what noise would I make in that situation? You know what I mean? Right, perform the Imperial salute to soldiers. Do I have this already typed in? I do. Perfect. Because I don't want to type that all out again. It's a big word. Hello! Oh, my apologies. I didn't notice you there. So engrossed I was in my task. You'd be engrossed too, had the Tribunus commanded you to arrange for the prisoners to be transported. What prisoners do I speak of? You mean you haven't heard? Only the infamous Scions of the Seventh Dawn, captured by the Tribunus herself. And if you don't believe me, have a look in the storage tower when you next pass that way. Okay. So there are Lalafell, so I guess we don't stick out quite so badly then. Whoopsie, I did the wrong emote. Welcome! No, I'm sorry. No, I did the wrong one. Let me try that again. Imperial salute. Try that again because I didn't have him selected. There you go. That's a fine salute. Part of the maintenance crew from the Ossidans, are you? Welcome to Castrum Sentry Engineer. What? Prisoners? Ah, you've heard the rumours then. Yes, they're being held in the storage tower, but I strongly suggest that you pay them no mind. I'm going to pay them plenty of mind. You were summoned here to work, not gulp at Eorzea's defeated heroes. Now show a bit of enthusiasm, or I'll have you reported. Right, where's the last one? Biggs is over there. What are you doing over here having a nap? Excuse me? Get back to work. Greetings, comrade. Forgive me for asking, but you haven't visited the storage tower recently, have you? I only asked because I dropped something in there, and who am I fooling? I've fallen for one of the prisoners, all right? I dare say you know the one I mean. Eh? The svelte blonde? Goodness, no. The Lalafell? No! No. She is like no. This feels weird. But the thing is, right? Regardless of the fact that the Lalafells look like children, there's also the concern of size difference and how that might translate into relations. Okay? And that's something to be highly concerned about. Now, you aren't a Rogadin, I will give you that. And you're also not an Ellison. It could certainly be worse, but you're also more than twice the height of this person. So I do not want to know what other size comparisons there could be and the poor pain this Lalafell could end up in. Please leave Tataru alone. Please. Oh God. It's the Lalafellan lass I'm smitten with. She's so adorable it hurts. I want to sweep her up in my arms and squeeze her until my arms ache. What do you reckon it would take to convince the Centurion to lend me the key so I can see her? That's not happening. It's not happening. Oh my God. Okay. We're going to do a salute over here. Salute. What's this? You need access to the storage tower? What business do you have there? At the Tribune's behest, you say? This is highly irregular, but it would not do to make my lady wrath. Take my identification key. See that is returned when your errand is concluded. Okay. That wasn't too difficult. Security's tight, just as we expected. We're going to need a special key if we want to get past this bulkhead. Way ahead of you, my good sir. Way ahead of you. Right, in we go. So, am I right to say that Uriunje... Because, I don't know, I'm getting confused. I'm guessing Uriunje's still here. I think I'm getting points of the story a little bit confused. Tataru's a very dominant Lala. She's into whips and chains and ropes she's made herself. Oh my God. No! I don't want to think about that with Tataru. She definitely does gain independence. I think in A Realm Reborn she's quite soft-spoken, isn't she? But I don't want to think about her that way. Where am I going? Well, not this way, clearly. Where am I going? Ah, wait. Down here. Down here. Yeah, I went the wrong way, Ark. How are you doing, by the way? I hope you're good. Oh, there's Tataru. No. Minfilia and the rest. Thank goodness they're safe. I'm the one you want. Leave the others be. For if you harm my friends, I swear I shall take my own life, and you shall answer to your mistress. Oh, poor Tataru. Tataru, we must do something. We risk letting the entire Castrum know we're here. Yep, that's what we gotta do. Aye, you're right. We may not get a better chance. just see him poking his little head. This is the 3rd squadron. What is it? A Reaper. Seized when? And this came to light only now? I heard you have a plan. This is terrifying. I indeed have a plan. How you doing, Arak? Basically, I'm finishing the base around Reborn today. Getting to the post-game. But it's down to how long it takes. So, depending where we're up to, when we get to around the 3-hour mark, what I might end up doing is ending the stream, taking a break, having some dinner, and then coming back at around 7 PM. So about 2 hours after the stream would end, and do another stream in which would get the last bits done. Because I'm aware that when you start doing Castrum, Prey, all of that, that can take quite a while. But it depends on where we're up to when we hit around the 3-hour mark. Because I thought it'd be good to rest my voice, get some food, all of that. So whether we do it all in one stream or do it over 2 streams today, we're getting it done. So that's my plan. That's my plan. How terrifying it is up for you to decide. It does mean I'm going to be around more, which is quite terrifying in its own right. So, you know, I am pretty close. I am pretty close. My only concern, like I say, is when you get to the bulk of quests, which are like the Castrums, the Prey, the Porta Decumana, that can be quite long. So even those by themselves will probably take me, what, a couple of hours? So that's why I'm like, maybe I should leave that last bulk till this evening and do all of that on one stream on its own. But what's your thought process on that? 'Cause you probably know the times better than I do. Lalafell launcher, that's what we need. The culprits will have left a trail. Take as many men as you need and scour the area. I want that Reaper found. Now's our chance. I'm surprised your plan involves taking care of yourself and your needs. Look, I need food, otherwise I get very grumpy. What the? Strike my last. Eliminate the intruders. You're proud of me? Yay! Okay, unbind Papalimo and Urionge. Excuse me, Urionge. No, there is not more pressing matters at hand. This is the pressing matter. This is the pressing matter. What do you mean? Hey there, Morg. How you doing? Hope you're good. I'm doing well, thank you. I wasn't hitting them. It just said there was pressing matters. I'm also like chained to this guy now, so I've got to get this guy killed before I can do anything else. Oh, come on. Thank you for unhanding me. Right. Eat. No. No! Don't hit me. No. God damn it. God, you annoying so-and-so. I literally cannot unbind them because I've got the aggro. For Christ's sake. You're doing good. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Nope. Right. Are you dead? Are you dead? Are you dead? I untied them before the cutscene. Don't worry about it. But don't worry about the continuity. It's fine. Paladin problems. Colette, I was so scared. Oh, Tataru. Big old hugs. Big old hugs for Tataru. I don't think I ever did that without untying them. I was going to untie them after killing the guy, but it just let it work. And I'm like, okay, I don't mind. It was foolish of you to come here. You might have been killed. But thank you. I shudder to think what might have happened if you had not arrived when you did. I say, did you not see Thancred anywhere? I'm beginning to fear for the fellow. He's being used as like a skin suit at the moment. Don't worry about it. Oh god, you're a Yonje. Okay. To linger here shall yield us no answers. Let us away ere the window to our liberty closes shut. Big old hugs for Wedge too for admitting to others that he's interested. They're so cute. Wedge and Tataru, right? So cute. What did you say? Escaped? Then recapture them. Fail and I shall have your head. And what have we here? Oh, hey Stola. The Tribunus herself, just as you said. You have an eye of an Ahriman, Yida. Oh, Yida's here. Hey, Yida. Well, she's kind of hard to miss in that showy armour of hers. Accursed scions, how did you slip our defences? With unexpected ease, if truth be told. There chanced to be a commotion outside the castrum's walls which allowed us to avail ourselves of the comforts of your vehicle. Y'shtola's just being polite. That was one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever stowed away in. It's no wonder that it's called the Phantom Train. No passenger would ever be seen dead on it. She is very creepy, I do agree. So you scuttled in amidst the freight, like the vermin you are. I shall be sure to have words with our rat catcher. Such negligence is unforgivable. This is far from your most pressing concern. First you must answer for your own wrongdoing, Livia Sanjunius. 'Twas you who led the raid in the Waking Sands. You who butchered unarmed men and women for a crime of being unworthy of capture. You killed our friends and will never forgive you. Nor shall we suffer you to plague Eorzea a day longer. I betake you to your guard. Tinkle, 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 tinkle. More intruders. Protect the Tribunus. I'm probably saying that so wrong, but I don't care. Confound it. Ida, with me. Run away! Run away! Oh! After them. Don't waste the time with the salute. Where is His Excellency? In the hangar, my lady, in discussion with our guest. Alert him at once. Yes, my lady. Okay, I think it's a short eye, like in oh, I don't know. I don't know what that word is. Oh God, tributary. There they are. Fun out and surround them. You know what? It's so bad. I only have English. It's the only language I've got. But sometimes a word will show up, and I'm just like, I'm doubting my ability of English right now. Must protect Tataru. Biggs, I'm going in. See everyone to safety. Wedge, no! You love-blind fool! Made the language up. It is just a mishmash of many languages. No, Wedge, don't do it! You love-blind idiot! Oh no. Colette, hold them off. I'll look after Minfilia and Tataru. Get 'em, Wedge! Bite all of their ankles. Okay. Cha-cha. You're not hurting my Alizon man. Okay, cool. Whoop. Anyone I've missed? I've missed you. Good stuff. Yup. Why is that invulnerable at the moment? Yeah, it's shielded by energies not our own. That is very, very true. What energies is it? Whatever's generating the shield must be found. Okay, so we need to find a generator of some kind. The guy's just going to follow me. It's fine. I'm going to try and find generators, okay? Where are the generators? Where are the generators? Just got these bad guys following me. Generators? 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 They're probably not this far out.
Killer tofu.
They're probably not this far out. This guy is determined to stay up with me. Come on then. If you want to keep up, keep running. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm looking for them, I swear. I'm looking for them. I'll re-attract the aggro. Where are they? Guys. Where are these shield generators? Am I being stupid? Don't answer that. I probably... Oh, there it is! I found it. It's okay. Imagine not being able to keep up with someone... Right? I've got these little dinky legs and they can't keep up with me. Right, is it only one generator? Or is it two generators? Oh no, they're dying. There's only one generator. Good stuff. Okay. Oh, you're... Come on, man. Whee! Oh, they're invulnerable too. Where's there another shield generator? Where's... Oh, God. Is it in this room or is it in the next room? Can I leave? I can leave, but not further than this. So it's not here. Right, where are these shield generators? I swear to God. Right. Guys, keep them distracted. Keep them distracted. Haha! Okay. With me? Cha! No! 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 It's kind of like Sonic in Sonic 2. Sonic is the fastest thing alive, but travelling at full speed he can't catch... That's true! That's very true. Is there another shield generator? Oh god, there is. There is! There's another shield... God, where? 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 Where is it? Oh my god. Right, let's go! I'm gonna die. Yoriange is also gonna die. We're all gonna die. Whoop. I'm doing a very bad job at this, aren't I? This is very sloppy. Oh god. Ooh. Sloppy! Yeah, you know. Oh god. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm dropping that. I'm dropping my invuln. The invuln's going, okay? The invuln is on. Not used that yet, actually. Right, where are we going, friends? Ah, I see. Okay. Bring forth the Colossus. Oh, is that what that is? Oh, it's not too scary. It's fine. You? It's so funny when, like, they introduce a new bad guy and they make it seem like this massive deal. And then about 10 minutes later, you're fighting like 4 of them at once. And they're not that big of a deal anymore. A Colossal waste of iron. Oh, burn, Papalimo. High five. Do 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 do. It's interesting they didn't take away their weapons when they were prisoners. Right?
Kill the rest.
Right? Like, why did Urianger and Papalimo still have their stuff? You would have thought they would have taken their stuff off them.
What the?
What the?
The Astola! Pray, forgive us our delay.
Oh, that was a weird line delivery. That wasn't. That was a weird line delivery. Probably plot armor. Yeah, plot armor.
Papalimo, Minfilia.
Oh, I forgot about Ida's voice.
What took you so long?
I like Papalimo's voice though.
Well, it's nice to see you too.
Oh. Yeah, try paying attention, Ida.
Reunion must wait.
You like Ida better than Lise? That's fair enough.
Right. First things first.
Just the character. No, I get what you mean.
Yes, let's get back to being heavily outnumbered.
Yes, let's do that. Wedge!
You ditched your Magitech armor. Fool of a Lalafell.
You did ditch the Reaper. Why did you do that,
Excuse
Wedge?
me. She's all yours if you think you can do any better.
Well, we're cornered a little bit, aren't we? But the Reaper is loyal to us. It's our friend. Lise is a boring, self-depreciating, bumbling idiot of zero confidence. Ida might still be a bumbling idiot, but she's confident. She is confident. Very true.
Can you hear me? I need you to count to 5, then jump. Understood?
Sure. Why not? Go for it. Guys, we're jumping off the cliff. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. She accomplishes things. I mean, Lise does accomplish some stuff, doesn't she? She does go through like a level of growth.
2,
3.
4.
Whee! Now, where... Question. Obviously, we've jumped onto the Enterprise. That's not a problem. But there's a big old awning over the top of that. Would we have not bounced off the top of the awning and just fell to our deaths? Right? We wouldn't have landed on the deck unless he was like kind of sideways. Riddle me that one. I'm not sure how that one works.
The masses that clamor for their implausible panaceas. I see that which they cannot. This realm founders for want of a ruler with true power. The power to cast down icons.
Yeah, Cryo got a bit of a short end of the stick in places, didn't she? I love Cryo.
Deny this truth. It is the people who will suffer. Embrace reason.
Though I guess Cryo had her time in Dawn Trail instead, didn't she? Like, wouldn't we have landed on this rather than on that? You're thinking about it way more than the writers ever did. Clearly!
What in the 7 hells?
This was 2.0. Continuity was a distant stream in the purview of developers who... True. Yeah, that's valid. That's valid. You know what? It's fine. They're the Scions. They can make it work. The awning was retracted. The awning was retracted. It was like a soft-top convertible car, right? She got supplanted in Dawn Trail by the giant bumbling orange cat that nobody likes. Well, she still had an arc, didn't she? Like her own storyline.
12 preserve us. They finished it. Ultima weapon.
So it has a name.
Such devastation.
It
This
is
was
a
not my
relic
intention.
of ancient Alag, excavated from its resting place deep beneath Alamigo.
She had 10 minutes in the volcano area. Look, it's true. She could have had a lot more. I do agree.
The Alagans used it to crush primal and foe alike. And now the Garleans mean to do the same.
Damn you, Gaius!
Damn you, Gaius! Damn you!
Look! There, beside the Black Wolf. An Ascian.
Thancred!
An overlord, no less. His garb attests to that.
I just realised. I wonder if that neckline is only there to cover his tattoos, or do all of the Ascians have their neck covered like that? Because obviously if the tattoos were showing, it would lend a clue towards what skin suit's being worn.
La Habrea. It could only be him.
Hey there, Aloy, how are you doing? You like Wutlamak? I don't mind Wutlamak. I understand that some people aren't a very big fan of her, and I understand why people wouldn't be. I think she definitely improved towards the post-game MSQs, but that's the case with a lot of Dawn Trial in my opinion. The post-game kind of really made up for a lot, but each to their own, isn't it? And no opinion's wrong. You're welcome to have either one. She had to have a Naruto arc. Yay! Thancred!
Thancred! He was La Habrea? No. No, this cannot be.
Now, I imagine when you don't have the context to this whole thing, right? When this is first revealed, it must have been such like a kind of moment, right? But obviously we know the situation, so it's not hitting the same way it would as someone who plays it for the first time, right? But I can imagine. I probably was the same, first time going through it, being like, Thancred! How dare you! You left all of the story, that's great, Mog. I think when I look back on Dawn Trail, I appreciate it more than I did when I was going through it, but I do acknowledge there are issues. But in turn, it's setting up a whole new world, isn't it? So it's kind of going through some of the problems I feel that people have with A Realm Reborn in some ways. But a lot of people don't like it, and that's fine. You're welcome not to like it. But a lot of people also like it, and some people are just neutral.
Thancred! No!
Come on, Minfilia, with a bit more feeling. Like, Wutlamat on her own, I don't like any of the Mary Sooness of her. They completely take a shit on her continuity, where her strength in the selection is supposed to be that she cares about her people. No, I agree with that. There's definitely some continuity issues, because she had all this big kind of like thing about caring for her people, and then she had to go and learn everything about them because she didn't know what any of them were, kind of thing. That did seem to kind of
All that time,
conflict what her character seemed to be, or the intentions of it, right?
And to think that it was I who suggested that Thancred investigate the Ascians. How could I have been so blind?
Guys, don't worry, it's just a weird morph suit situation.
Small wonder the enemy knew our every move and where to find us.
That's very true as well. I feel the way that Wutlamat was presented at 6.55 and like her introduction and the little thing you go on and stuff like that presented a very interesting character. One who was, like you say, very confident, very upfront, but lacking in areas and in need of learning and growth. And that showed like a really interesting character with a potential for a really good arc, right? And so I wonder if they went too far with kind of like the hint of her having things she needed to learn, right? And lent too into that, meaning that she needs to learn everything. When in theory, you would think she would at least know some of the basics. Maybe not the deep, gritty things about the different cultures in her reign, I guess. But at least the basics, right? So I feel like maybe in the hopes of creating that arc, they leant too far into the lack of knowledge part, which showed a potential weakness that could have been really well written. I don't know, but like I say, into the post-game of Dawn Trail, I think there's definitely an improvement. And off the back of 7.3, I am very curious to see what else happens.
No, this is not the time for self-doubt. The Alliance leaders staked their hopes on the Scions, but now they believe us all dead or missing. When they learn of the Empire's new weapon, we cannot be certain what they will do. We must go and offer them what assurances we can that defeat is not inevitable.
I don't see any conflict because I love history and how I know how that actually used to be with princes and princesses back in medieval times when the kings never let them go around. No, I understand that, but it's not really medieval, is it? It's a different sort of culture. So I understand what you mean. There would definitely be a level of sheltering, and I think that showed in Wuklemat's introduction. There did seem to be that hint of sheltering in her character, which definitely makes sense. I don't know. But like I say, no opinion's wrong. I think she was hamstrung because she had a writer who had a clear vision on her, but someone else came higher up than the writer. Maybe, I don't know the behind the scenes. We definitely played a role in shaping them into the ruler they were going to be and needed to be. I agree with that. And obviously the whole journey is meant to be their growth. I don't know. Something about it just felt a tiny bit weird, but I'm not saying I don't like her character overall. I just think there's certain things that could have been done a bit differently, but in turn, I wouldn't know how to express and explain what I mean when I say that, because I'm not a writer and I don't create characters, so I don't know. But there's something about it I think fell a little bit flat in a way that I wasn't expecting, because she was set up to be someone really interesting, and in the post-game, she's become more interesting again. Just something in the MSQ. I don't know. Something wasn't utilised correctly, I think. Maybe too much emphasis was put on certain parts of her and not on other parts of her, and that created an imbalance. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's not that what they were doing was wrong, because like you say, she needs to grow and learn, but maybe they put too much emphasis on that part and so left out other parts of her, which made her a more well-rounded character. And in the post-game, they're doing a better job at balancing that all out. Maybe that's what it is. Dunno. That could be what it is, though. Maybe it just felt too heavily leaning in one direction during the main bulk of the MSQ. I don't know. Sorry, Alphino, I interrupted you.
Crier, this is Minthelia.
The situation may have taken an ill turn,
Forgive me if I seem brusque.
but the battle is far from over.
Hard to say, I do
So long as
agree.
we stand together, there shall ever be hope of victory.
I wanted to like her. I liked her at first, loved her actually, but the longer... Yeah, no, I know what you mean. That's why I'm trying to figure out what it is about the writing that makes people feel that way.
Let us provide it. Let us bear to them the tidings that the scions of the Seventh Dawn are returned.
He's a little baby. Little baby Alphino.
Matters are coming to a head. I hope we can count on you.
My regards to grandfather. I am ready. Let us pay a visit to the Council of the Alliance leadership.
Okay. Oh, it's a very golden room. Hell's take the Black Wolf and his new toy. Rally the available forces. I want them to be ready to move upon my word. And relay to... Oh god. Slafrissin. The order to sail. That is all. I think it's because everyone else has their moment where doing something is relevant to... I know what you mean when you say that, Arak. I know what you mean. But like, she's definitely shown good improvement in further writing. So I am interested to see how that continues. Like you said, there's definitely been big improvement. The post MSQ has been really good. I've really enjoyed it. Good morning, Vex. Hope you're doing good. The maelstrom stands ready. What of the flames? Ready as we'll like to be. I need only to give the word to Rowley. From our people are unified and awesome, and I want to become... Yeah, I see what you mean, Lee. She has, I'm starting to like her again because she's not... I feel, I don't know, just the balance feels better now. To me. Just something about it is just hitting a lot better and sitting a lot better. And just suits, I don't know. Something about it just works a bit better to me now. But I also think I rushed through Dawn Trail in a way that maybe burnt me out during it. I think if I took more time with it, that may have impacted my opinion. Has there been no word from Ishgard? None. The dragons have got their tongues. Silent to the last, I was unwise to hope for better. What would stir the Archbishop to open his holy mouth if not this? And he claims the fury for his gods. 'Tis bad comedy. The Holy See has made its choice, and we will proceed without its cooperation. I believe we are all acquainted with the terms of the Black Wolf's ultimatum. We must agree upon a course of action. Not less than the fate of Eorzea hangs upon the decision of this council. Van Belsar claims to wield the power to smite primals. Should we yield to him, he pledges to rid the realm of its false gods, yet offer resistance, and he swears we shall share the primal's fates. Pardon me my bluntness, but I like not these choices. This is too great a decision for any one of our nations to make alone. Choose we surrender all resistance. We must answer as one, for if but one surrenders, the rest shall surely fall. Let us pray for the wisdom to do right by all of our peoples. Okay. Thancred's plight troubles us all, yet we cannot allow anything to come between us and our goal. So long as the Ultima weapon exists, Eorzea will never know peace. Let us go to the Alliance leaders, Colette, and help them make the right decision. So, let me change my clothes first and foremost so we have actual armour on. That'll be a good start. And then, so we're up to the Black Wolf's ultimatum. Let me see where we're up to. So, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more quests of the base MSQ before we get to the post-game. But of course, they include Castrum, Prey, and Porta Decumana. Right, so I imagine what we've got going on now is going to be a lot more long-winded. You guys probably have a better idea of like the scale of time in comparison to me. But even just, let's say, just Castrum, Prey, and Porta Decumana, right? I'm a high enough level, I'm level 53, so that's not a problem. Level 54 even, level 54. I'd actually have a weapon coffer I should have now. Wait a second, let me use that. So levels aren't the concern. Rather, it's just making sure... Oh, is my shield better? Why didn't it change my shield? Okay, I'll go with what it says anyway. And then we'll do... Oh yeah, I've got this on me, haven't I? So I'm going to have to do it like this for now, because I've not been back to my glamour prism. Here we go. Yeah, no, I'm over leveled because obviously I'm on Dynamis, so I've got the road to 90 buff. And obviously I've also got the pre-order earring as well for Dawn Trail. So I've got lots of things boosting my experience. But I'm just like, trying to think about time. So if we have 1, 2, 3, 4 quests and then the last 2 which have all of those duties, do you think that will take, let's say, 2 hours? For argument's sake. Because I know that Castrum's probably about 20-25 minutes. Prey's about 20-25 minutes. Porta Decamana, I think there's an extra part of that, isn't there? That you don't get when you get it on roulette. So that's probably about 15 minutes, right? So we're nearly at already an hour just based on those duties. I would feel it's kind of fair to say. Because if you think what we've got up to now is only going to take about an hour, then I'll just do a longer stream. But if you think it's going to be like 2 hours, then I'll separate it now and do the rest this evening. Well, I'm just thinking with the cutscenes. I mean, Porta Decamana. Because isn't there like an extra bit in Porta Decamana that you don't get on roulette? Have I just made that up? Like if it's your first time doing it, there's like a bit afterwards? I've probably completely made that up. Just trying to think of the best course of action before I continue. Because if it's quite long cutscenes as well, that's obviously going to eat up more time. Time to make a new character! Let me have a look. Wait, it's a Porta Decamana. So, Phase 1, Phase 2. Yeah, well, I know the 2 phases. That's not a problem. I may have completely made it up, to be honest. I easily could have. Which is fine, in which case it's like 10 minutes, including the cutscenes, right? Probably not even quite 10 minutes, but I think 20-25 is fair for Castrum and Prey individually, so that's each. It takes 3 hours total. What do you mean where I'm up to now until the end? It takes about 3 hours. Because if so, that definitely will be, I'll have dinner and then I'll come back and do it. We'll do it today regardless, but I'll go and get food first. I just don't want to start committing to it and then find that, oh, it's going to take way longer than I thought. This is a problem and I'm starving hungry. I don't want to end up in that situation. Because like I said, I imagine there's going to be a lot of cutscenes from this point on. So, I've just gone on Reddit, and there's a question, how long is Castrum and Praetorium? And someone said 2 hours for both dungeons combined is a bit of a stretch. It's something more like an hour and 15 minutes. Yeah, there's an extra fight, isn't there? Okay, so there's a La Habrea fight. Okay, I thought there was something else. So if we say 1 hour 15, 1 hour 20 for Prey and Castrum, then Porta Decamana takes like 15 minutes, 10 minutes. So that's now an hour and a half, let's say. And then we've still got the other quests to get up to that point, which would probably quite easily be half an hour. So we're looking at around a couple hours, aren't we? I think it's fair to say. Would you say? From this quest, which is the Black Wolf's Ultimatum, all of that story and then those duties, about 2 hours or so? I think feels like a fair estimate. Maybe. Potentially. In which case, if it is going to be about 2 hours, I think it will be best to have a little break in and come back. Just to rest my voice and also get something to eat and then come back raring to go. Because I'm doing nothing this evening anyway, so I may as well do this, right? But that also means you guys have to come back. So that's for you to decide if you want to come back or not. But am I right in saying that? I don't want to come back and have it only take an hour. I don't think it will only take an hour, but I'll feel very silly if that ends up being the case. I'll feel very silly indeed. Tataru's so cute. Look at her. She's so timid. She grows so much as a character, I swear. Let me do one more. food, but I just want to make sure it makes sense. So a typical run of Castrum Medianum in Final Fantasy XIV, including all cutscenes, takes approximately 25 to 30 minutes. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay, so just over an hour for Castrum and Prey. Extra, let's say 20 minutes for Porta Decumana. We still need to get to them to start with, so that'll be probably an extra half an hour or so. So yeah, I think over 2 hours is a very safe bet. I think that's a very safe bet. So with that, I'm going to pop on over to the other screen. Give me just a second. As I should very much get something to eat. So here's the plan. It's approaching 5 PM now, UK time, just for context. My plan is to go and make dinner, have a little rest my voice, get something to drink, and then come back in 2 hours, so that'll be 7 PM UK time, and then continue from there, and we'll finish the MSQ. So 2 hours. If you guys need to get something to eat and all of that as well, make sure you do. And that's the plan. So I do hope you'll come back in a couple of hours, but if you don't, I entirely understand. Don't worry about it. For the time being now, though, I'll find someone for us to say hello to. Then I'll go and sort everything out, and then I'll see you in a couple of hours. So let me quickly check the tags. Let me see who's around. Who is in the Final Fantasy tag at the moment? Oh, someone's first timing Heaven's Ward. That could be cute to raid into. How long have they been going for? Not very long. We could raid into this. Let me just check their rules quickly. Let's just check their rules. No. Okay, so the only thing is it is an 18 plus stream. So obviously I'll raid into them anyway, but it's just a heads up in case anyone here today is under 18. Just respect their vibe, you know, and I'll be back later anyway. So that's the heads up for that. For now though, I'll get the raid underway. We'll raid into this person and I will be back in a couple of hours. As always, I'll tweet when I go live. The Discord will ping when I go live, all of that sort of stuff. And yeah, so I guess I won't do my normal ending for now because I'm going to talk to you later. If I don't talk to you later though, have a wonderful start to your week and look after yourself, stay hydrated, eat your snacks, all of that good stuff. And if not, then I'll see you in a couple of hours. So we'll get the raid underway. Raid message, just TofuuRabbit, big old capital letters. If you have the shooting heart emote, be sure to use it. If you don't, then don't worry at all. I will see you at 7. We will get the MSQ done today. I need some food in my tummy because it's starting to rumble and I'm getting grumpy over it. And yeah, that's all from me. So I will see you very, very soon. I'll catch you later. Bye everyone. For now, bye-bye.